Hello, people. Good evening. How we doing? And I'm over on there, so I can copy that and put that across. Okay. How are we doing? Well, we're all feeling the effects of Christmas, I think. I'm so full. I've just eaten too much food. I'm going to put the link up if anyone wants to come in. There you go. If anyone wants to come to the link, feel free. I've done the financials, so I'm not doing the charts on the show tonight because I've done them on a separate video, because every year I do a yearly video starting last year. So if you want to go back to my video for last year, which you're more than welcome to do, I will try and find it. And I weren't that far off, guys. I really wasn't that far off. You'd be shocked. So, yeah, all good stuff, really. So you got what? That one's up there. That one's there. Happy New Year to you as well, Simply. How you doing? How you doing, Verla? How you doing, Robert? Gotta love Thailand. How you doing, Dave? Yep. I say I've put the link in the description, so if anyone wants to come on, because you don't want to listen to me waffling away for 2 hours. Yeah, so I've done that video separately because I don't think people realise how much you could actually lose on how much you could lose, physically lose. So last year, that is frightening figures for a lot of people's pensions. Not for us who have retired, we're okay. But the one thing I would ask everybody who's got a pension fund, you need to test the strength of your pension fund. Because the times we're going through, some of these pension funds could be in trouble and the pensions might not even be there. And I'm not trying to frighten people, it's just a fact, you know. 2 months ago in the UK, we was 2 hours from everybody in the UK having all their pensions cut off. It was only because the Bank of England stepped in and bailed out the pension companies. But they was in a stage where they couldn't pay their pensions in December. Yeah. So that's the state of the world we're in at the moment. Loads of stuff on the good side, though. You know, if you're here in Thailand like me, if you buy gold, you can't go wrong. You just cannot go wrong with gold here, because gold is priced in US dollars, and the US dollar is outperforming the Thai baht, and the Dixie, which is even stronger, so that's forcing the gold price up. So the price of Thai gold at the moment is nearly at an all-time high. So great, really good. Where's my partner in crime? He was feeling very unwell earlier on, so he might not be making it on the stage tonight. Poor old Ryan. Me, him, and Mitch have all had real problems with our sinuses. So he might come on, he might not. I'm not sure. Hopefully he'll come on. Yeah, what else has been going on this week? Was on Richard Travel's channel last night. Thank you very much, Richard, for having us on there. Good evening, Mark. If you want to come on, feel free. I've already posted a link in the link. You can tell us about the cement, make us all sick as a parrot. I couldn't go there because of Anna's at school. So we'll be going in April when Anna's on holiday. But we like Cement because it's only like an hour's drive away. So that's a really cool place. What else have I been up to this week? Anna and Pry went out last night because they got their own friends around here. Anna and Pry got their friends, I've got my friends, and so it just works better for me. So anyone watch the college football today? That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Fucking Georgia was so lucky. Crazy on cement at the moment. Better to wait. Yeah, that's what I do. Last time I went there, Mark, there was nobody there. It was absolutely isolated. You know, it was like I spoke to Paul because I stay at Paul's resort, and Paul said, "Just come. I'll give you a shout when it's like dead when no one's here." So I think a few of us might go over there, like Mitch and Chocolate Man and people like that. You know, the ones who went to the guys who went to Craig's resort. So I think they're all going to go as a group. Will we go with them or not? I don't know because you know me, I don't really mix in groups. How you doing, Doug? I believe Douglas there. Oh, I thought I saw Douglas there. There you go. Yeah, all good stuff though. Yeah, we've got a YouTube meetup on. We've got a YouTube meetup on Saturday, and we're having that at restaurant 1669. And it's not because we've fallen out with Steve or anything else. It's just that Steve is so busy. There's no way you got to fit the YouTubers in and the subscribers and Steve's customers. So it's unfair on Steve to have all us there when always pregnant. So she's due in a few months. So it's too much stress on him. So we've gone down to another business only for this month. But the reason why we've gone down to this business is because this business is going for a little while and it just needs a push. So like the push we gave the Wombat, especially like TT, Mitch, Kevin 13 to Wake Up, Chocolate Man, etc. All those guys who really pushed the Wombat, they're going to do the same type of thing with this restaurant 1666. It's also got an upstairs floor where it's totally like private and you can look right over the sea. So it's a really cool place to meet up. So we're going to be meeting there. And no one's coming in. What's going on? I can't believe it. I'm going to sit here by myself. No, seriously, don't do it to me. I say, if you get a chance, have a look at those financials. That's quite a good video. Oh, here we go. Thank God for that. I'm rescued at last.
Hold on, I'm trying to get plugged in here. It's 1669, by the way. Don't forget the 69, Bart.
Oh, right. I thought it was 1664. That's 1669, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know how it derived from that name?
No.
I believe if you do 1669, that's the tourist police here.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I think so. I'm pretty sure that's how they derived at the name. And if you look at the two businesses attached to it, because it's Restaurant 1669, but then you have Rescue Pizza and Rescue Coffee.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's how I always when I'm going down Beach Road, I see it because it's like these big old flashing lights, the red and blue lights, and I'm thinking they've got a police checkpoint ahead. And no, it's just Rescue Coffee and Rescue Pizza. I'm like, these bastards.
Right, okay. So, that sums it up. How's your sinus?
Oh, I was on the couch and I was laying down and I actually fell asleep. I took a quick snooze for a second, and I won't be on here long because I'm going to take a shower and go crawl into bed.
You poor man.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is normally on January 1st, if I'm in this condition, it's from a hangover. And I didn't have a drop to drink last night because I wasn't feeling all that up to par yesterday. I said, man, the worst thing I want to do is wake up.
Here we go, rescued.
Be hungover. Yeah.
Go Niners.
That's right. What's up? How you doing?
How much did you pay to have to wear that hat?
My team, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And my team.
Yeah. Excuse the joke here. Minor league.
Where's your New Orleans hat, Ryan?
They're the best. They're the best team
it's right next to my shirt at home. I tell you what, Alabama. I tell you what, that was some two. I watched the highlights of the TCU Michigan game.
I watched both games,
and then I watched that Georgia game this morning. That was one.
Oh, they were so lucky.
I tell you what, though, they pulled it out their ass. I didn't think they were going to win.
That end of the Ohio State game looked a little crazy with the missed field goal.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't even a kick, was it? It wasn't even a kick. It was like a swipe.
Yeah, laces out.
You know, laces out ain't the word. Yeah. That is. I was so sick they lost.
Yeah.
Oh, not me. Once it gets to this, I put all hard feelings aside and I pull for the SEC teams all the way.
Okay.
You know, it's
So
just
would you have pulled
that's my
for
conference.
Alabama? Would you
Oh
have
yeah, I
pulled
was
for
pulling for very much so. Every
Yeah, really?
single time they'd make it to the national championship, I always pulled for
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah.
It's the only time, unless they're playing at LSU. I mean,
Yeah,
but
that's different.
yeah.
How you doing there, Richard? You doing okay?
Yeah, doing pretty good today. Getting a start to the day. Gonna go hit the gym in about an hour.
You got to go pay a bill.
No. Very funny.
Yeah.
So you guys are on form. I'm just waking up, trying to get my caffeine load. I'm like how you guys are on my show.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
He was
heavily
flat and
medicated right
he
now.
was away.
How was the New
pushing.
Year's Eve for you? You guys get drunk or what happened?
No, I'm sick.
Oh, you're
I'm under
sick?
the weather.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
So they got sinus infections going around right now.
So that was hitting the U.S. like about 2 weeks ago, and
Right.
100% of the people were getting it, even me. I got it
Yeah.
twice.
It you know, it's bad when you go down to the pharmacy and they had, because I'm trying to explain, I don't need an antihistamine. That's for allergies and sneezing. I need a decongestant. And they're like, here, this is for nose. And I'm going, all right, once again, you're handing me another antihistamine. I need a decongestant. I need a Sudafed or something of those lines. And it took me 3 pharmacies to finally get a decongestant because they were all out everywhere else.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're hitting a little run on it here.
So it's interesting. The one that works for me, the cold medicine, is the Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus. And that's hard to find here, but that works for me. Like Dayquil, that doesn't work. It's Alka-Seltzer all day long.
I used to do that Alka-Seltzer cold and flu severe. That severe cold and flu one, you know, the good old drop fizz, and it was orange flavor. And I tell you what, that used to do the trick. You don't find Alka-Seltzer over here.
Oh wow!
Oh, I've got it here.
You can find Alka-Seltzer. I haven't been able to find it. Well, I know that you can find a lot of it, and believe it or not, all Alka-Seltzer is it's a couple parts this and that, but the main ingredients is sodium carbonate. That's not carbonate. That's Star Wars shit.
Sounds very natural.
Yeah, carbine or whatever it is. It's baking soda.
That's
it's baking soda. So you just
it's baking soda with aspirin.
Yeah, pretty much. That you're damn close to it.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you get a little tummy ache or something like that, take a little. All I would do is take some soda water, throw it in a glass, and take a little baking soda and mix it up and down that and knock out the old heartburn or bloated. You know, ate too much of the buffet. See, these are the tips that we really know. You can take that to the bank. How to get around what to take when you ate too much.
Yeah.
So, but Tom, what you looking at?
Oh, this was I've done a financial video for I've done a financial video for this year, but I also done one last year. I do one every year, and I looked at it today to see how close I got to what I said. Yeah, I was pretty well spot on. A lot closer than Jim Cramer.
Yeah, guy hit or miss with that guy.
Hit or miss, like Jim Cramer said that Tesla was going to stay at like $1,200 baht and $1,200 US dollars.
You want me to make my financial predictions? We're going to get screwed by the government.
Oh, that's without a doubt. They're going to have to increase taxation.
It's like the weather, man. You only got to be right, you know, like a quarter of the time. You know, they just sit in front of the map and go, it's going to rain somewhere in this area today. It's like, man, that's the whole eastern half of the United States.
Now, what annoys me is the way they see NBC or whatever they're called, and Bloomberg and Yahoo and all these CNN financials. I don't watch any of them, but they all pump and they all dump all these shares, trying to get all the retailers to put their money in, you know, and they just dump them. And it's
like I said, a pyramid scheme
if
is
you
a
do
great
it on
thing when
YouTube,
you're on
you'll get charged by this, you know, this CSE. So hello.
Yeah.
You went quiet there.
No, still thinking. You got to realize I'm heavily medicated. heavily medicated.
So it's interesting from the show. Do you guys realize, like, I got off the show, I got all these messages saying, first of all, you forgot to do the currency exchange. Did not do that. Because I just not used to having like one guest on for the whole time. So I totally forgot the current. And I had Tom's slide all queued up and everything. He sent me 9 slides. First of all, I was cursing you for about a half an hour. I was like, one by one, bringing the slide, bringing the attachments up, getting it loaded in StreamYard, and then realized I don't need to show all these 9. Like, just the first one is cool. So then exited all of the other ones, had the first one, and never showed it, man. Oh, I was so pissed. And then there was a cool video of Robert Mack in a jet that I was going to show.
Oh,
took me really like 6 hours to create that little like 1 minute video, and I forgot to show it.
There's always next week with that one. That one can be done any week.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I was looking forward to premiering
it.
The Mac video. I forgot. I was so bummed because I put so much time into that. I was like, I wanted to premiere that. That was a cool video.
Yeah.
Well, it's the amount of work you put into all the videos. All the videos you do, the amount of work you put into them are like, because they're frame by frame, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, the ones that have the Richard Travel on it, are keyframed in frame by frame. But I got smart. I finally went to 30 frames per second. And I find that actually for streaming purposes, those videos show better. So I used to do 60 frames per second. Then I read an article saying if you're doing videos and showing them live, like streaming, do 30 frames per second. So essentially, like a 60-second video, 30 times 60 is how many times I have to insert the Richard Travel.
Wow.
It's a lot of copy paste. But I got to make sure like it's perfect so it follows the car or follows the plane. Very tedious, but looks good at the end. I can still see my screw ups though. I can look at it and say, "Oh, damn it, I missed it there," but I can't get it perfect. I can get it close enough.
Well, I must admit, it always looks like it's actually stuck on the plane and stuck on the car. So you're doing a good job.
Well, now you see why Tom does shorts.
I think Greeny was telling me like I should put some of those videos I create for the show like as shorts. And I'm like, I don't think anyone wants to watch them. I think I watch them once. It's fine.
Well, I think if they monetize them,
they will.
You, then it'd be worth you doing them. But I think you could monetize your introductions.
Do you know what the monetization is going to be on shorts?
It's 10 million, isn't it?
I want to say it's like 30 million.
Oh,
it's something. It's something stupid. It's like you would have to do shorts every day for 2 or 3 times a day, and have 80,000 views per. I forget where it worked out because I was talking to a few of the guys. Believe it or not, they had a vloggers meetup back in November in Phuket, and you had some heavy hitters come in town for. Because I even asked, I said, "Hey, listen, are they going to send anybody for YouTube?" And they're like, "No." And I was like, "You would think that they would send somebody over from YouTube to this with the people that are going to be there," and they had people from the travel industry because it was a lot of travel vloggers. It was people like Floor and Note and stuff like that. I don't know if they went. I'm just using them as an example, but it was all travel vloggers. And I talked to one of my buddies, and he said he got hooked up with a company that's basically, since he's got a travel vlog, that if he wants to travel, he gives them a call and they say, "All right, where are you going?" Going to, I saw you going to, Africa. Okay, we'll find you a plane ticket. You need to do X amount of videos on you just depending on how everything is, X amount of videos on the airline that's getting ready to host you. And I said, "So you're getting ready to fly for free all over the world?" He goes, "Yeah, pretty much. If I want to fly somewhere, I just pick up the phone, call this agent." And he's like, "Okay, we'll find you an airline and air ticket, and this is what you're going to have to do to make sure it's free." And I was like,
so it's so interesting because I think that's awesome. And then I listened to a guy's video one time talk about that. He was doing the same kind of thing. He was doing scuba diving stuff, going all over the world. And he said, like, it sounds glamorous, but the thing that would get him is he would have these incredible days, and he would fly first class most of the time. The airline would actually upgrade him and have a great seat. But at the end of his day, when he was done doing the scuba diving, having a fun time, drinking and stuff, he'd have to go back to his hotel room and do like 6 hours of video editing. Like, I got to get this video up now. Like, it's a requirement or I lose my privileges. He said that kind of was not so fun.
I could see how this would become a chore. Tom and I talked about that because we're like, "Oh, we could up our videos to this." And I said, "No." I said, "Right now we're still just having fun." let's keep it to Tuesdays and Fridays. If not, it's just gonna it's gonna overwork me, and I'm not gonna enjoy it anymore. So let's just, because I'll go to restaurants now with people on a Saturday or Sunday, and they're like, Ryan, you going to film this? I'm like, no, I'm going to sit here and eat and socialize and enjoy myself and talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have days when we film and days when we don't.
Right. But the only fans content, that's every night. That's every night. So
yeah, it's all good though. It's been really good fun.
Can you talk about that, Ryan? I always wanted to ask you about that on my show.
The OnlyFans, I just sit there and I take the video and I record my feet. Yeah. And every once in a while, I'll sprinkle chocolate on it or something.
I mean, do you have a business going there or something? You have a little side business?
I wish.
I always am wondering,
I still only have one subscriber, and I appreciate you subscribing. That is very nice of you.
Oh, who's this? Mark in Thailand. There we go. Hello, Mark. How you doing? You're home now.
Good evening, everybody. How are we?
Good.
Are you at home, Mark, or are you in Thailand?
What?
No, he's at home in Thailand.
Wait, I've got to mute this. There we go. I'm not hearing myself in a constant feedback. Ryan, Richard, how are you?
Good. Doing well, sir.
Tom, of course. Mr. Mitch and Robert Mack and Tim and God, there's a cast of thousands in here.
Yeah, there's a cast of about 14.
Those are good numbers if you go back 2-3 months ago.
Yeah. Well, that's only because I've got my 3 other accounts loaded in right now.
I must say I really enjoyed Richard's travel on what day was it? 2 days ago, but I was watching it from sitting at the departure lounge at Koh Samet, waiting to come back to the mainland. So I'm sort of watching it on my phone, and my missus is going, look at this. I go, well, this is Richard. I have to watch this. I have to. Yeah, but we have to catch the ferry. No. This is Richard. Tell the captain to wait.
Sometimes it's better just to hear the show.
Yeah, I always got offended when people would say hey, I listened to your podcast the other day. I'm like, listen, man. It's not a podcast. Podcast means you can don't have to watch it. I have videos loaded in, stuff you got to see. Yeah, I'm so offended by that. Oh, I listen to your podcast it's not a podcast.
You ought to tell we're not talking about Nintendo here. It's not a podcast.
Oh, it's so great.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Robert Mack.
Now, since Mitch hasn't brought it up, I'll bring it up. I heard you mention something about it earlier, but where, when, how, all the details on Mitch's meetup this Saturday.
Yes, meeting on John Tien Beach Road, restaurant 1669.
Go on.
And 4 o'clock. Got the whole floor. We haven't fallen out with Steve or anything. It's just Steve's too busy. We can't fit in there.
Yeah.
Steve is rammed, and he's stressed as it is. His wife's nearly due to drop.
Yeah. Well, I think the big discussion was room, well, it wasn't so much the room. I thought it was everybody was moving it around. They still was going to go back to Wombat and Kiwi, but they're trying to spread the love out, go down to 1669. Exactly. And then I know that there were talks, and I don't want to say where, but places in Pattaya off of Soy 7, if everybody could probably figure that out. There was talks about contacting the owner there and saying, hey, do you mind if we crash your place one Saturday? And then, I know that they were looking for other venues and, just to kind of spread it around and get it going. But
all these places are good, but the one thing is the music level, because if somebody, that's key. People go there to talk, and like Greenie's wedding, it was so loud, wasn't it? It was crazy.
Right. And I'm pretty sure the guy down there at 1669, he's I've met him in passing, just hello, how are you doing? Yeah. And he put in the big market jumped in, and he's got Rescue Coffee, right? So he's trying to build a business down there, a big business. So I think it would be good to kind of like spotlight his little area down there and say, listen, you come all the way down to Nha Jamp Inn. They've got this nice market. I mean, that big market Jamp Inn at the end down there right next to his restaurant. It's a good market. They've got some good food stalls in there, and everything was clean. Everything was nice. I liked it a lot better than the other market that's on Beach Road and Jamp Inn. Far better because the food's there better. The other one kind of caters to the Russian crowd, so the food's a little more bland and not to our palate. The other one's catering to the Thais, so you get a lot more authentic Thai street food down there. You know, that good old Moo Young or Moo Tawet, that good old friend. There's Cookie. Glad to see you got a little pussy tonight, Tom.
The closest I'm going to get.
Probably so. And it's big, black, and hairy.
Well, I haven't seen no hair for a long time.
Didn't Spot FM go out of that 1669 a few weeks ago, a month or so ago? Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it sounded familiar.
Yeah, I actually went down there to their show, and that's how, when they were saying, listen, we need a big space, I looked at Mitch and said, well, actually, I've been to a place that I kind of remember. I said it was, you could, play football in there, both kinds. Big wide open space, had a bar, had everything, a nice view, and it would definitely think it would do well for people. The only problem is anybody's in Pattaya, it's going to be a little bit of a hike for them to get there, maybe 20 minutes by car, maybe 10, 15 by boat, but, get used to traveling, be an adventure. You got it there, Tom? You all right?
Yeah, I got it there.
All right.
It was disturbing me.
Disturbing your peace?
It was disturbing my train of thought.
Yeah.
Well, it's been one of those things since Christmas. I've just been knackered since Christmas.
That's called marijuana.
I haven't gone near it since I got stoned on the show that day.
Yeah. Like I said, I wish I could sit here telling you I was sitting here hungover, but boy, I just got my butt kicked by this little cold or whatever it is. Because as soon as I put down the headphones, I'm getting in the shower, getting my OnlyFans content filmed, and then taking my medicine and getting into bed.
Yeah.
See, that's what I want to talk about. Like, what are you filming? See, I'm onto something. I think I'm snooping around. I think I'm onto something.
What you need help creating your own channel?
No.
Just
want to know about what you got going on there.
It's I swear to God, I'm gonna create a channel.
Louis.
So you've got
Louis Cabo
one
in the
girl.
house.
You've got one girl in Pattaya that is selling her underwear. I thought that was genius.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Mitch, what's the deal with your headphones, man? What's that thing that's what the hell
God,
is there?
they're huge, man. They're
No.
like
They've
got like
they're
a
more or less
thing.
the same. We've gone for Pride
What
headphones.
is that?
Hey, man, when
Pride.
you buy the Ronco version, this is what you
Pride,
get.
Jesus.
Pride version.
Oh my God.
They're comfortable, but yeah, they look
That's
dorky,
what the
don't they?
emu said when it was
Yeah,
bent
see
over.
me, my
Yeah.
green screen,
The
my
hell?
green screen gets mine. That's where mine sits as well. About
Yeah, I want to get. I
Yeah,
want,
they
I want
sound
the Hello
great.
Kitty one. That's it. I'm going for the Hello Kitty one.
Sound
I-
good, but look a little weird.
I feel so inferior.
They
I've just
sound
got
great.
my Sony small talk.
What's that, Mark? I couldn't hear you.
I said,
Huh?
boom.
we fell into that one.
Cheesy, man, cheesy.
Listen, I've been working in the garden all day. I put down 5,000 baht worth of rocks, made a rockery, and been slaving my guts out.
You
It's
do
tough
know
being
that
rich and
labor here
famous.
is. I was getting ready to say it's labor here is cheap,
Yeah.
Labor here is cheap.
but if
Yeah,
you want
here
it
it
done
is.
right, you got it's really cheap. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of little stuff that I do myself, like with ties. They expect
Hola,
everything.
Cabo's in the house. Hola, Luis Cabo.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
Mitch, we said that 5 minutes ago. Come on, stay
thank
with
you,
it.
I had
Richard.
him off.
Yeah.
I had him off.
So
All right, happy New Year, guys. I'll talk to you later.
So I went down to the hardware store to do some fixing. I needed like some elbow PVC pipe, stuff like that. And I'm going in there and I'm showing the guy the picture, and he didn't speak English. And of course, my tie was shit. And so we're going back and forth. And finally the guy that kind of like
Dave?
runs the place or owns it, he came in, and I'm explaining to him what I needed and what I was doing. And they were looking at me in sure amazement that I was fixing something on my own. I'm like, listen, guys, we have hardware stores in America. This is the stuff I used to do all the time. I'm, high quality redneck engineering. I know it's Thai engineering over here, but I've got my, advanced degree in redneck engineering or Afro engineering. So it's, they just look at you like, are you serious? You getting ready to do this yourself? You're like, well, yeah, I'm getting ready to do it myself. I'm not going to get the guy that works here to do it because he's going to half-ass it worse than me. So, yeah.
I don't even have a green screen. Look at that.
Dave, that's got to be the worst attempt at a green screen I've ever seen. Take some pride in your work, man. Come on.
I took it down today.
Yeah.
I know Richard gets weirded out by a shitty fucking green screen.
Move the camera there, Dave.
Dave, is that beard a green screen? Is that
is
that a real?
It needs to be cut too. It's driving me crazy. There we go.
There it is. Look, even the boat's moving. The tide's coming in.
Imagine that.
Wow.
I'm half asleep.
Yeah, close enough. I know this is the opposite for you. Normally, I'm pulling shit like that in the morning time. Come nighttime, now Dave's doing. He's going, oh Jesus.
Hey, Lewis, how you doing?
Well, Mitch, since you're here now, and Tom gave that great rendition, you want to tell everybody about your meetup on Saturday?
Yeah, I put the link up for it. It is at 1600 or 4 p.m. on the 7th of January, Saturday, at the 1669 restaurant. And I put the Google Map link up there as well.
Damn,
somebody want to get the door there?
Is that me?
Get the door. Go.
It ain't me. What the hell is that?
That means Grab is here.
That's not me.
No, she's making banana cake, and I think she's missing an ingredient. Yes.
So grab, yeah.
So just grab the 7-Eleven.
That eerily sounded like the doorbell to get in some of those gentlemen's clubs.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Totally.
Yeah.
Speaking of bananas,
I like that, Richard. I like that wave effect you was doing.
Oh shit! See, I should have kept it there.
What wave effect?
Well, he comes on to change his settings, doesn't he? For his
I try it out because people tell me just keep it low key. You don't need to have one, but I like doing all the effects because shit, man, that's what you're paying the money for these lights is to have all the effects,
Exactly.
But it doesn't look good on camera, I think.
I didn't even
it looks fine. And in a little while, Dave's going to hit a button and his beard's going to light up.
Catch on fire. It needs to be cut so bad, and I've been putting it off. And now I got to jab myself with the Fat Man needle tonight. I'm taking my first injection of that stuff that James has been taking.
You know that stuff in Australia that is as rare as rockin' horse shit. That stuff. I got a mate of mine who's a diabetic, and he's been waiting 6 months for it.
Really?
Yeah. You can't.
The only thing that it is for Thai people. Mine gets paid for, and it's not a lot of money, but it's 6,000 baht for the 2 shots that you take each month. And my wife's going to give it to me because I'm such a I can say the P word on Tom's show.
What's that? Are you taking TRT, testosterone replacement therapy?
No, I know I got low T because I had it 15 years ago, and I know it didn't get any better. But I stopped it back then because I had a bunch of friends that were having problems from steroids and stuff, and I didn't really. I took it because my doctor said I had low T. So now it's like I've got absolutely no energy. I'm 270 pounds or whatever, and my knees are killing me. And he said, you can't take the testosterone because of your pump. I'm not going to give it to you. So let's try this stuff. Let's get your knees fixed, and let's get you exercising because I can't even walk 2 blocks and they hurt they're bone on bone. It's like it sucks.
Well, it's one of those what my dad always says. I need to do push-aways. Push away from the table.
Yeah, exactly. Stop putting food in my pie hole. Yeah. That would be the easiest. But like I said, I had this ever since I had the tube shoved down my throat. I lost whatever it was, 35 kilo or whatever, and stopped smoking and all that, and slowly gained it back. And then now, like I told him, it's like this is a big giant achievement because this 3-month checkup, I didn't gain any weight.
That's
you know,
good.
it's like I'm going, I just won the Super Bowl. And I said, like, because I can't do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. It sucks. So he said, let's start here. So I'm going to try it and we'll see what happens. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Now I know Robbie from Walking in My Shoes. Him and I have been texting each other back and forth, and he says he wants to drop a considerable amount of weight because he
Yeah.
said he's let his weight get out of hand. And so we were supposed to meet up today and go step on the scale and go get a salad somewhere. And of course, I felt like shit so bad. When he texted me, I said, "Dude, I'm taking a rain check," and he even said the same thing. He goes, "Yeah, I feel like shit too." I said, "That's for you. It's called a hangover." He says, "No, it's his sinuses." So it's going around Patia right now.
Well, it's the air quality.
It's not that. It got cold here. It got down to like 72.
Yeah, but also the
That's
air
cold
quality.
for all of us.
It's
The air
cold
quality
here in
is,
Surin.
the air
14,
quality is
15.
very, very bad at the moment.
Yeah.
David,
Well, he
I
has
can
that-
with the
I can tell
Celsius
the
stuff.
difference. When I went to Patty the other day and
Celsius
come
stuff.
back here, totally different.
Mhm.
Well, on his show with Mike's, he had me get the name of the pen and stuff, and I gave him the information. So, like, he seemed like he was really interested. But he said, I mean, he doesn't look heavy to me, but I'm a fat bastard. But
Mhm.
but he says he's like 30, 40 pounds overweight. So I don't
Well, it
know. I
depends
said I
on
must
what.
be 100 pounds overweight. Yeah.
Okay, so I took the ASVAB test when I was in high school, and I did very, very well on it. And that's the military test. And so I started getting my phone was ringing off the hook from some recruiter. So I entertained it because I didn't know what I was going to do. And I went down there and I talked to. Went and talked to one of the recruiters. He says, "Yeah, this is great. We can get you in this school, this school, this school." He said, "The only problem is to get into boot camp, you have to get down to like 190 pounds." And at the time, I was about 235. And he says, and then in order to maintain, you have to be like 175. And I don't know if those are exact numbers, but it's pretty damn close. And you got to realize that 235 that I was at was 50 pounds
it's
down to
us.
what I was to where I was at before. I'd gotten up to like 285
I'm
and
getting rid of
senior in
these,
high
otherwise
school
I'm
and
gonna eat
dropped
them all.
50 pounds. So I told him, I was like, there ain't no way in hell I'm getting down to 190 pounds. I'm gonna look like, I'm gonna look like a Holocaust victim.
Yeah,
It's
exactly,
just
and that's the way I felt too when I was. Well, what is that scale that you get on the
BMI.
internet? Yeah,
Yeah.
bullshit is what it stands for, because I feel good at like 200, 205, right? I think
Mhm.
I shrunk a little bit. I think I'm 5'11", maybe 5'10" and a half. I don't know,
If
but
I'm
it
if
says
I'm
I'm supposed to
doing
be like 160 pounds. There's no way.
you got to realize I competed in a triathlon at 247 pounds. Now I didn't set the world on fire
But
by
you
no
did.
means, but I didn't come in last either. I wasn't even close to last. I was about middle back of the packed overall. It was just a sprint. So
If I could, when I got out of the being down for that 3 months, they finally, when I could actually stand up, I weighed 103 kilo, and and I don't know how I felt because I was so weak. I mean, who knows? But I don't know. That's got to be close to like what, 210 or something like that. I'm guessing. I don't know. But
yeah,
I'm at 120, 125 now.
Kilo.
I think I looked last time I was about 127, 128 kilo.
Yeah.
Times it by 2.2. 2.2 kilo
Yeah.
to a pound.
So,
2.2
but
pound to a kilo.
I'm thinking, even when I started to feel better, I remember when we went out and I was in Bangkok and we went walking around to the underground, whatever it is, aquarium and whatever it was. I felt pretty good, and I think I was like 112 then. So
Right.
I don't know. I'd like to be right around 100, I guess, somewhere. We'll see what happens, because I don't know. Older, you're younger, but it seems like the older I get, the harder that weight is to say bye-bye to once I hang on.
Exercise.
Yeah, that's what else. No drive. It sucks, man. I'll tell you, it sucks getting old. So anybody that's young that's watching the show, don't get old. Of course, the only other thing is dying. So,
well, I was getting ready to tell
guess
you,
one or the
Dave. You
other.
know what the good thing about getting older is?
What's that?
You're not going to die young.
Yeah, that's true. And they said only good die young, and that's the only good thing that I've heard in my life, because I'm a
That's true,
miserable
because my grandmother made it damn near 90. You couldn't call grandma after 6 o'clock. She's usually blitzed.
I was Go ahead.
I always feel like that's a sign of getting older is when you start looking at when they announce someone has died, like, hey, a famous person died at the age of 75. I want to see like what they died from. What got that guy? All right, I need to watch out for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Always very curious now.
I'm hoping. I think it's up to me at this point. According to my doctor and stuff, he's saying basically you can live as long as you want to. It's up to you if you want. Like when I was smoking, or recently, if you want to start smoking again and you want to eat crap and you want to keep gaining weight, then die. If you don't, then do something about it. It's basically up to me. So, and I want to hang out for my wife. And for me, I mean, I've got a pretty good life now. It isn't crap.
You got a nice pool there as well, Dave. As well, is your pool stopped leaking now?
Yeah, they fixed it. Luckily,
what was it? Was it inside or outside? Or...
what it was they put those jets in, and it was the attachments that they made for the 1/2-inch air pipe that comes out of it to the little thing that you unscrew up on the deck that goes.
Yeah,
makes that sound, and it was leaking there down in the
Tom. That's actually a green screen behind him. That's not his pool.
I wish it was my pool.
No, but he's got a very nice pool, isn't he? He's got a very nice.
I like it. We were in it today. It was freezing freaking cold. I can't believe my wife and the 2 kids got in it. They got in it, and I was cold in it. I wanted to get out.
Let me tell you something about Thai
people. It's cold
people.
here. You guys are hot.
Our pool was 29 today.
Yeah, Thai people like cold water. Have you not noticed that? They take cold showers.
Yeah.
Well, even 29 felt cold.
My wife doesn't like cold water. My kids don't like cold water.
No.
In fact, they had me put a heater in the Bangkok apartment. They're in heaven now. No, my wife's cold at 90 degrees. Oh, it's cold out. Why? It's 28. It's 28, 29. Oh, that's cold. And here it gets cold. This time of year is the only thing that I like about Surin. I mean, in the morning, 11, 12, maybe 13, 14, it's starting to creep a little bit. But, come summertime, it'll be awesome because the sun doesn't hit it. Like when I was out there today, it would have been nice if the sun was hitting the pool. But I didn't want that. And the way that the house is built, my pond and my pool are out of the sun 90% of the day. So
in the summer, it will hit the pool, though, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know, but the trajectory shouldn't change that much because of how close we are to the equator, right?
Yeah, no, it does. It does change a lot.
Does it? Okay, because I didn't know if it did or not.
Yeah, it does.
Because this time of year, I get sun on my balcony in the morning, but come the summertime, I won't get any sun whatsoever on the balcony.
Yeah. See, if it hits the pond, the pool, I just don't want to be out there because I'm white, and I don't want to burn to it. Chris, so I was going to put a cover on it, but the koi pond, it needs indirect a little bit in this. If it gets too much, it'll green up real bad and keep. Or if the birds start attacking, then I'm going to have to put something over it, whether it be a net or a pergola of some kind that I can run some 50-60% netting across the top, or sunlight crap, they put over like that green stuff. If you ever seen any of my videos in the backyard, over where
Mitch, do you want to answer that question? That guy from Paul Rankin.
Don't know him, Paul.
No,
I know him, but I haven't listened to him lately, so I can't.
I haven't either.
No,
I like Capio though, so I don't know. Are you an anti-Capio? I can't read. I'm trying to read the.
Well, here is what is that? This is what I'll say, and I have no clue who Capio is, and I don't know what he did at the Christmas party, but I do know this: I have done my fair share of stupid shit in my time, including calling people out for stupid shit. So when I pull it off, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you did something stupid now," and I have to just eat it and go, "Well, yeah, I did. Shit happens when you party naked,
Well, no, Capio comes to our one of our Christmas parties. One of them. One of the many.
Did he go to the one you were at, Mitch? Did he go
went
to
the one at
Sexy
Peaky
Bar?
Blinders. He went to the
Did he
Peaky
go to
Blinders.
Sexy Bar?
He was a total gentleman, absolute gentleman.
I like Capio. I don't know. I mean, I've done.
It was a total gentleman. Seriously.
But was he at Sexy Bar, Mitch?
Yeah.
Apparently, I met him. He had a mask on, but
oh, really?
I couldn't hear shit. Just like pretty much now when more than one person's talking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
Well, I think the problem with Capio is he kind of bills himself as being a troll fighter, right? So he goes after the trolls.
Yeah,
but sometimes, you know, he goes after people. I know, Paul, you have your own YouTube channel. I was just checking you out on YouTube, so it looks like you have a good amount of subscribers. But I don't know if Capio said something about you and your channel. You know, let us know. But I consider him a friend of my channel just because he sends some nice things, and I think he does mostly nice things. But I know sometimes he goes off the rails, but that's what happens.
He seems like, or I get the impression from what I've seen of him, and I watch him occasionally, is that he's more on the defense. Like if you're going to attack me and my wife, I'm going to attack you and whatever I need to do. Is the impression I get. Is he that way? I don't know. I never met the man. From what I've seen,
the next day somebody says, "Oh, you met Capio," and I said, "Oh, I did."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I met him at one of the dinners, and he was a total gentleman, and he sat in the background. You wouldn't even know he was there. So
I came close to meeting him because
the best thing to do, Paul, is actually ask him rather than us, because a lot of us don't really.
Yeah,
we're pretty boring because we don't go out after 6 o'clock at night.
I came close because his wife, when he comes to Thailand, his wife is from Surin. So he was within a stone's throw of me, and we just didn't hook up. But from what I've seen, that's my personal deal, is that he does he attack people? Yeah. From what I've seen, it's after he's been attacked. Now, is that true? I don't know.
I think Dave, my channel's been attacked a couple times. There's twice that he came out in defense of me and said some really nice things about the channel and like, hey, back off, this kind of stuff. So I appreciated that. So
he said the same thing about me, and actually he said the same thing about Mitch. Like I don't understand why these trolls go after.
He's been nice to me in chat.
Yeah,
I get a lot of attacks.
That's the problem. Has Paul got quite a lot of subscribers? Does he?
3,400. Yeah, good channel. Photography and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
cool.
But he's probably realised that there's a lot of toxic waste on YouTube.
Yeah, and I'm one of them, but don't.
No, Dave, you're not. You're far from it, you know. But there is a lot of toxic waste on here, which is just absolutely. And Mark summed them up beautifully. They're all underachievers.
Yeah,
they're sitting there in the mother's basement.
Yeah, talking of meeting people, will we be seeing you on Saturday, Dave?
I was going to try because I really wanted to meet Robert Mack, and I've been trying to meet him in a while. The same thing that happened to me last time when Andy was coming through. Just things got switched around. I would have liked to have went to Cabo's deal, but things got kind of messed up. So no, regrettably, I've got some.
How long is it from Surin to Jomtien by your
about 6 hours?
I have a question for Paul. For Paul,
what's that?
In his question, Paul, I want to ask a question about Capio. What is your opinion of whatever Capio did or didn't do?
Yeah, because you've not been blocked. No,
is he still here? I didn't look and see.
He can come into the chat if he wants.
I'm not on.
Yeah, come on in the chat. YouTube. Speak your mind.
I'm not on YouTube.
I mean,
so
people
I can't
go
see if he's still here.
all over the place and try to stir shit up, right? But they have no spine or backbone. I was just getting attacked yesterday by somebody again on a live stream, on Charlie's live stream, because I'm a moderator and apparently I fit into a certain category of people, and they don't.
Well, I know Mitch personally, and he's a horrible person.
Oh yeah, I am.
Dave said it best.
I am.
What Dave said.
For some reason, and it is, Mitch is a nice guy. He's got a good life. He's retired in Thailand, and people just can't stand it. And that's the thing.
I got not really slammed, but at Sexy Bar.
Ah, oh really?
Why are you such a fucking asshole? Was the question.
Sure.
And I said, wow, that's a new one. That's a fresh start.
It's gold. It's gold.
I'm not going to say who. I don't want to lose.
That's a nice icebreaker.
Or any of it.
It wasn't this Paul Rankin, was it? Did you meet him in Sexy Bar?
What's that song where
I'm
you
not going to say who it was or nothing. I didn't even hear what you said either, Dave. Anyway.
Yeah, the guy who said it was totally. He was plastered. He was absolutely totally drunk.
No,
kinda
that
common.
doesn't exist in Pattaya.
Of course.
Yeah, seriously.
And
it was-
and Capio's name came up in that statement.
In that exchange.
Yeah, apparently I'm part of a crime family.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
I wonder when I'm going to get my money. You know, I'd like to get my
You're
my
part of
Show
the-
me the money. Show me the money.
man. But
if you're still watching, Paul, by all means, I think Tom and everybody here is on an even keel. As long as somebody's not nasty, they can post their opinion. We've all pretty much said what we thought about it. I'd like to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, Dave, I was just say clarify. Like we have two Pauls in the chat, so we're talking about
Yeah.
Paul Rankin. So.
Yeah, Paul.
yeah, Paul
Rankin.
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 Yeah.
So nothing against you, Paul Rankin. If you
Nice,
want
nice fresh YouTube channel. I wonder how many channels Paul Rankin has.
we don't know. But
I have one.
I got a question to ask you guys. If you'll do me a favor,
Go on.
I sent it out. I'm trying to. I want to make this fishing video actually decent. Okay, and I everybody that's up here, and some people have seen it. I think Mitch has seen it. I don't know if anybody else, but I put together with Richard's intro and then the little clip that I put together and some music.
Can you time out for a second, Dave? Can you time out for a second? Because
Yeah.
Paul just responded, and I
okay.
saw. I will agree with Paul. I saw that clip was sent to me, or the link to it, and I watched that clip of him in that hotel lobby. I don't think it was the same day, or it was maybe the next day, spouting off, and that's something I don't approve of.
Yeah, but to be honest with you though, Mitch, I see that every time I go to immigration. Like me and Mark both use the same immigration. We both use Rayon. Me and Mark have got the most highest opinion of Rayon immigration. They bend over backwards to help us.
We're not talking about rank. We're not talking about immigration.
No. I'm just saying. But on hotels, it's the same thing. People go to hotels when they check out. They start, if they're not happy about something, they start mouthing off, and it's wrong, isn't it? It's totally wrong.
Apparently, there was an altercation, right? And then the next day, I believe, he went back and was talking smack. I wouldn't do that personally, and I'll tell him that if in chat or in person. I'd say, dude, that was a mistake. Yeah. Especially telling people somebody was live streaming or videotaping or recording him saying, "Don't ever go to this hotel." I mean, if you ever want to get banned from Thailand, that's a good way to do it. So I agree with what Paul said. Really embarrassed himself. I agree.
Wasn't there an American a year or two back who had a really nasty review on one of those?
Not even a year ago. I think it was about 6 or 8 months ago. Yeah.
Travelocity, I think it was, or TripAdvisor.
One of those ones. He got into all sorts of shit, didn't he? So
yeah, he did.
I think
he had to pay $1 million to get out of the country.
Just because I kind of called Paul out.
That one for me was $1 million it cost him.
I agree. You know, you're saying there, and I think Tom is the same way as like I am on my channel. You should have your opinion, and you should be able to say your opinion. And I think it's accepted with me and probably with anybody, as long as it's not nasty. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and as long as you stand by it, you go. I don't have a problem. Now I haven't seen this tape, so I don't know what it is.
I'm not in the United States, so I can't go into some business and start flapping off. You know.
Well, here's here's my take on it. I have no clue who this guy is. Only I've seen his name pop up in the chats. I don't know good, bad, indifferent. I've never heard him on videos. I don't know who Paul is. I don't know which hotel. I don't know anything. But I'd hate to be judged for one indiscretion that I did. Like, let's say, because we've all had those moments in our life where we've messed up big time, either being drunk, stupid, hot-headed, and I'd hate for somebody to formulate their entire opinion of me on one bad indiscretion. So it's
I agree with that. I agree with that. But, and a lot of people will look for it, like, this is a good point to jump on somebody.
I'm subscribing to your channel, so you've now got a subscriber. You've actually achieved something in your life. There you go. You got me.
That was kind of nasty.
Gives people that.
No, I didn't mean it that way. You know that. I'm not that type
that
of
maybe
guy.
don't like him. It gives them the excuse to say, "Yeah, look at this guy's a real idiot."
Yeah.
For one indiscretion, I don't think that's from what. Even knowing that, I'll be the one. I'd agree with Mitch. I'm sure me and Mitch think along the same lines. It was wrong or whatever. But am I going to completely turn the way that I think about somebody from one thing? No,
not at all. Not at all.
I won't. Yeah.
And like I said, like you guys said, he's defended me a number of times in chats.
Yeah.
I'm calling.
He's saying no. Capio got beaten by the owner of the hotel, then went back to tell the clientele not to stay there.
He got beat. There was an actual. There was that actual fight.
Yeah,
we did. See, we wouldn't. You're on. It's on the wrong channel, Paul, because we don't. Like Mitch goes there occasionally, but even Mitch, he's only in the A7 generally, or a few other places where which he's not going to disclose online.
Soy 6'1".
Yeah, but
hey, I'm not ashamed of that. 6'1", baby, bring it.
All the way.
Calling it out because
and I get where Paul's coming from too, because it's that same thing of like when you have I know that a lot of us celebrated when you have anytime that you see like a news celebrity or a news anchor that's out there saying, if you got COVID, you better stay at home. You better do this. You better do that. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, there's film footage of them. What was that ding dong up in New York and his brother Como?
Yeah.
The thing is,
sitting there.
Paul's only giving one side of the story. There's always two sides to every story.
I'm saying I see where Paul's coming from on this.
Yeah.
And God, this is starting to
sides.
sound like The View. Jesus Christ, we're like a cackling women here. But I see where Paul's coming from, because at the same time, if I sat there and told you.
But why come onto another channel and call somebody out on a guy that never, ever comes onto this channel? He never comes on this channel.
This is pub talk, Tom. You can talk about anything here. You can't go back on it now.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
and you don't have to end your story on it. It just, I don't know if you're negative Capio or what, but I think a lot of people, if they've seen something like that, would write it off as. I'm imagining he was drunk. I'm just guessing. I imagine he was hammered. But I don't know if you don't like the man. Then, you could.
How's that NASCAR doing?
Let's go to a lighter conversation, like Mitch being an asshole.
I want to change it. I was starting up, and then he came back in. I'm trying to do this. I want to do an actual vlog. I want to do a good one for this guy because no one else showed up. Mitch didn't go. James didn't go. Alex didn't go. Joe didn't go.
So am I an asshole because I didn't go on a fucking boat trip?
Of course you're an asshole. No.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is I want to do a good job for this guy. And did he really get mad? He didn't really get mad. You got to be kidding me. Oh wow. He's sensitive.
I better text him to make sure he ain't topping himself.
You're a sensitive. Are you taking estrogen, Mitch, or what are you doing? I know you get rocky every once in a while, but hey, you can be pissed off as me, brother. You can do whatever you want.
Well, that worked out really good.
But I know Mitch has already seen it, so I want to do the guy as best that I can do. Dave. So I used Richard's that he gave me to use as an intro. I put a little bit of clips behind it, and now I'm starting to edit and spending time actually editing, and I appreciate all your guys' opinions. So if I show this 2-minute, or can I show this 2-minute intro deal and get your guys' opinion on what you think?
But
this is the way the video is going to start.
I've got another option for you there. You can do like some people do, and supposedly there's a guy in Central Mall that works at one of the tech places. You can go give him 1,000 baht and he'll edit your video for you.
No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I want to do it myself. I want to try to do it, but I want opinions. But if you guys don't want to give me your opinion, that's okay.
Play the OnlyFans video, Dave. Play the OnlyFans video.
Oh, Dave, I gotta tell you, like little just tips for you. Keep it simple with the transitions. I mean, I talk to a lot of YouTube creators, and I got to tell you, the big mistake I see is like they over edit the videos. Like, man, just like simple transitions. We don't have to have like any star bright transition phase.
This is just a 2 minute. This is just a 2 minute intro to the part 2. If you haven't seen the first part, which
how long's the video, Dave? How long's
like
the
2 minutes.
but how long's the old video going to be when you do
it's going to be longer than shit. It's going to be like 45 minutes.
Oh no, it's too long.
Break
too
long.
I know, but I don't. How am I going to break it up?
You got to be hard on yourself.
You need to get it down to 8 minutes. If you can't get it down to 8 minutes, everything else you might just lose the plot of it.
Yeah,
there's no way. I mean, I could do it, but it wouldn't. In 8 minutes, I couldn't do anything.
No, but you're not doing no justice for it, giving it 45 minutes because
if I got 2 minutes, if I got a 2 minute intro,
I'm being honest, Richard.
That means I got to sit. That means I got to
the expert on this. Really, I'd bow down.
That's the hardest thing, Dave, is to cut your own footage down, but you got to do
it. I mean, I cut the living crap out of it.
Or did you?
I had like 2.5 hours, 3 hours of video that I took when I went. I mean, it's not like I wasn't trying. I could cut it more, but so would I get it from 45 to 38? I mean, it's like maybe I keep going. Maybe I make it 2 parts or 3 parts. Or 4 parts.
3 parts would be good.
Me laugh when people email me on a Monday.
I agree. 20 minutes.
It makes me laugh on a Monday when people email me and say, "Oh, Tom, you've taken your video down generally because I've ended up smoking marijuana on the show or something," and I say I'll give you a private link for it, So I send them a private link so they can watch it. And then they email me back and say, "Oh, that was a really good show. Really enjoyed that, watching you like make a total fool of yourself." And I think, well, fuck me, that was like a 3-hour video.
Well, maybe I could do 2. Maybe I could try doing 2 parts and keeping them less than 20 minutes.
No. You need to do a part 1, a part 2.
I've already done a part 1.
He's going back to Patia.
I've already done a
part 1. If you look at Richard's videos,
part 1 was 15 minutes.
Patia, he made them short, sweet, good dialogue. I'm not just saying it because he's here. It's true. I like the way he was talking on it. And there's loads of like words of wisdom in it as well. About
I love that.
Everyone gets lost, and then they come to Patia.
Tommy.
To lose themselves even more.
Tim's doing a video too, and he's got his down to 25 minutes. But I've got video for you too.
Who's got 25 minutes?
Tim went with me. We both went on.
Yeah, but 25 minutes is too long because you'd split into 2 and edit as well.
I don't know. I'll take all your opinions. Well, do me a favor and look at this 2 minute thing and tell me what you think on the entry. I'm gonna have to shit can that because that's gonna be half of my freaking video. So, but let's see what I want.
Intro's 15.
Yeah, 2 minutes is my mini series, man.
No shit, right?
2 minutes mixes aerobics and soy 6.
My attention span doesn't go anything over about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, if you haven't, excuse the pun, hooked me, I'm out.
All right.
Yeah.
That's me.
I gotta tell you, like, so to that point, I'll watch some videos. I won't name and shame the guy, but like, I watched some. Well, I guess it's now it's a guy at least.
Yeah, well, it's me. I've done them in the past. So
yeah, but my problem is like lazy editing. Like literally, they'll show like a long driving scene for like 90 seconds, and then someone walking to the market. Like the whole scene is like you're at the market doing something. So like, cut, man, just like cut the footage. Like show us the highlights. Like what Tom was saying, like it's all about the highlights. So cut it down, like do your job and edit the video. I think Ryan does a great job on his eating videos. That's why I love the channel so much, man, because you guys keep it moving, short and sharp and to the point. Like there's not all this stuff where you're walking to the restaurant talking about going there. It's like, this is it. And I think more videos need to be like that. And Dave, I got to tell you, that's the toughest thing about YouTube is editing your own video down, but you got to do it.
Well, I don't mind cut, but I don't want to, I mean, we caught 4 fish. I mean, so it's not like it's just sitting on a boat and you're rocking back and forth. I mean, what was
the size of the fish, Dave? What was the size of the fish?
I don't know. They were about
you had that sailfish.
4.5 feet long and about 100
I'm
pounds.
with Paul in Asia.
Yeah, me too.
I'm on Pornhub now, Paul.
Let me see.
Dave, okay, so let's describe this. Okay, we're going to catch a fish. So there's a shot, like a 5-second shot of, oh my God, Tim's got a fish. Next thing you know, the fish is on the boat or they're netting the fish and they're on there and he's holding it up and he's going, holy shit, I got the fish. That's 15 seconds at the most.
Yeah.
15 seconds. That's
Wow.
it. We don't want to see the
Nice.
whole fight unless he says something funny.
No, I'm not.
Now,
See,
if
what
the
happens-
pole
what
brings,
happens-
Okay, here's mine. Mine is probably
Yeah.
the longest that's on there. I fought that fish for an hour and a half just to get it on the boat.
yeah,
Okay.
I can sum that
I
up.
would
in
show
10
that
seconds.
for an hour and a
I
half.
probably
An
have.
hour and a half. Holy smoke!
It was foul. It
I'd
was
have
foul.
cut the
hook.
line.
It was foul hook behind the neck. So
I'd have
it-
opened up
so
a
it was
can of
like pulling
tuna.
up-
Fuck it.
It was like pulling up a piece of dead weight.
What?
You know?
What'd you say, Tom? What?
I'd have opened up a tin of tuna. Fuck it.
Well, we didn't need him.
I'd
It
have
was
called
catch and
fucking
release.
grab.
It was
Yeah.
catch and release.
Fucking
Catch
hour and a
and
half.
release. Tom.
I
But
think
I know-
an
I know
hour and a
it's
half
like
is
fish.
so
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
some
short
guys,
time
they
room.
just
I
go
said
into the
fine,
bar
but
and
I
pay the
can't
3,000 baht. It's a lot easier way. So what you do
If
is
you want to get
you
a
go
good
down to
smell
the
of
local
tuna,
fish
just go
market,
down
get
to
some bigger
the
fish
not
in.
so
You're
expensive
missing the whole.
places.
You're missing the whole point. It was a sailfish. It was catch and release.
Yeah.
You just catch
Yeah,
the fish and you release it. Yeah. You don't eat it. You don't do anything.
Good
Yeah, but
thing
you
y'all
could have gone to a
video.
local restaurant.
If
You
we
could have gone
got
to
a
a local
tuna, it would have
restaurant.
been a different
If you had
story.
gone to a local
God, I
restaurant
can't
and
fi-
bought a fish
I
out of a
can't
fish
find
tank,
the damn
and
thing.
you could have put it back into the sea.
Yeah. Well, no offense. You're saying an hour and a half, Dave. I watched you try to walk to the door. That takes about 30 minutes.
I'll tell you what, I damn near died. I'm talking about I fought and caught a 400-pound marlin in Cabo San Lucas in the Gold Cup 30 years ago, and I fought that fish for 4 hours. And
Oh,
this
hell with that.
this at 66, it damn near killed me. I just am so stubborn. I didn't want to stop. I had to wrap a cold
I
towel
don't
around my
believe
neck.
it.
Oh man, I couldn't. 2 days later, I could barely lift. I could barely lift my left arm. It was amazing, man. I'll tell you. Oh,
That's
here's
why I
what
like that old perch jerking. The little
I
suckers
caught
there about a
I
pound.
caught a woman once and fought with her for 13 years.
How do I do that? Okay.
I got to run,
was it
everybody.
whale?
I got to get to the gym, but thanks for having me on.
Oh,
Well, I think
I
you
wanna
got some
Richard,
negative.
Richard, I'll
I
send
think you
it
got
to you,
negative
Richard.
subscribers this
I'll
week.
send it to you because I can't figure out how to get it up on the
Can't
frickin'
figure out how to
screen.
get it up. Turn on Pornhub.
Yeah,
it
well, I
says
can't
earlier.
do that either. I can't do
Go-
that either.
Go to
All right,
Paul
I'm-
in Asia.
Yeah, Paul's
Hey, Dave.
Paul.
Yeah.
I struggle putting 5 minutes together. I don't know how you guys do it.
Right now, I'll tell you exactly. I just went in
See you
there.
later on, Richard.
I've got it sitting down here. It is all the way to the end because it also carries lunch before on the way home, all that kind of crap. It's 40 minutes long.
Oh, it's too
Wait,
long.
Holy smoke.
Tommy's asking me to say jerking for some reason. It's when you go fishing, we go fishing for perch in the fresh waters in the bayou, and we call it perch jerking.
Perch jerking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this fish kicked my ass. But I don't know
I've
how
never
to show
caught a
you
catfish or a
Was
redfish
it
that
Don't
really-
tell
long.
your wife that.
Can
Like,
you really
Dave, she won't
blame
let
the
you go
fish,
again.
Dave?
What's that?
Can
I
you
said,
really
don't tell
blame
your
the
wife
fish?
that. She won't let you go.
I'm trying to. I still can't.
It's a
figure
lot
out.
of work to catch a fish like that.
Well,
Yeah.
like a normal sailfish isn't the best sports fish in the world. It should, like those guys, it probably took 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get it to the boat. When I first caught this thing, the reel was full of this orange line. And I was sitting there cranking it. Boom. It was swimming towards the boat. It got within 15, 20 feet of the boat and just took off and spun it all the way down. They had spliced line together. It went from the
There's the
from
real
that
story.
orange to blue, and
Thank
I
you,
thought
Tim.
I thought it was gonna take all the line.
Thank you.
And,
Tim just gave
yeah,
the real
Tim-
story, Dave. He just dimed you out.
Tim
What'd he say?
sent me the video, Dave, of the diver going in and hooking that fish from the market on there. Come on, you can't
I'll
fool
tell you
us.
what,
Tim,
man. I'll tell
Tim
you what,
says
I'm a-
Dave
I'm
kept
a-
taking beer breaks.
Yeah, I would. I did drink a beer after I got done with that though. First beer I've had in probably 6 months. I
that's
did drink a
refreshing,
beer.
isn't
after
it?
that. Oh,
Out
it
in the
was
sun.
so good. It was so good. Yeah, the normal on the sailfish, and I've caught a bunch of sports fish. And so when this one hooked up right before dark, I'm going, man, I don't really want to, but everybody's, oh yeah, go ahead. So I went up there, got in the chair, and that was the worst mistake I made the whole
Yeah, but-
fishing trip.
We saw
Getting in the
sailfish.
chair was the worst mistake?
we
Or
saw-
what?
You done a short on it, Dave, didn't you? You done a short on the sailfish, yes?
The what?
You done a short.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, that wasn't mine. That was the one that Aaron caught.
Okay,
did a
so
short.
how many the fish you caught? You caught 2 sailfish, and what was the other 4?
Four sailfish.
Oh, 4 sailfish.
Yeah,
Wow.
Tim hooked
Yeah,
2.
but look, once you've caught one, and you've got one on camera, one's enough. You just want to put the best one on.
Well, I don't know. You're not. This isn't for somebody that's never been sports fishing, doesn't have any idea about fishing.
Is
This is
this-
going to be for somebody that wants to go sports fishing. So he's going to want to see the boat. He's going to want to see what kind of boat. He's going to want to see how the deckhands.
Well, the boat's
yeah,
one video. The boat's one video. The
What's
boat's
that?
one video on its own. The boat's one video on its own, totally separate.
Well, I don't know. I
Beautiful
guess I
boat,
could-
by the way.
Yeah, it is really
Beautiful.
Yeah,
You
well,
know, but
nice
catching
boat.
the fish is just one video. But once you've seen one fish, you just
You've
choose
seen
the
them
best
all.
fish.
No, actually, if you've seen my fish compared to the one that well, it's because it wasn't hooked in the mouth. It didn't. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, the fish are beautiful fish, but the one
Yeah.
that Aaron brought up that I did
They're stunning fish,
video
you know, especially when they're.
was kind of a shitty looking. And I can't find Tim too is here. I can't find video of you bringing the one that you brought in to the boat because I know you took a picture with the fish, right? He lost one right at the. If I could find this little freaking clip at the end of the clip that I put together to start the video, it shows the fish getting away. But I can't find it, but I've got a bunch of footage of you reeling that fish in for 20 minutes. And I put you on in this video, you're on for like, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So I don't know. That's why I need input because I want to do this guy. I wanted I know he paid at least $1,000 to $1,500 worth of gas. He burned from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. All we did was troll in a 62-foot boat.
Yeah,
you know?
Dave, I just put a fishing a 10-minute fishing video in the chat. Whenever it gets there.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, that's from my other YouTube channel. And what the cracks up, I'll say this now for everybody that's here. If you ever see a guy by the name of Falon Key Knock, that's me. My picture's on it, and everybody's looking there going, "Oh, look, it's Falon Key Knock," and it's actually a little bit different. It's a play on the words of a bird, knock or knock, Falon Key Knock, which means lower than bird shit. It's a Thai expression, so. But
I'm the worst. I can't figure it out.
Right, and I'll tell you this: that video was done a year ago, over a year ago, when I was still learning how to edit videos.
Google is saying you should make a video over 15 minutes on YouTube.
Yeah,
you should never.
Yeah, okay. But there's exceptions. There's exceptions to the rules, right?
Very much so.
I mean, Chuck's videos, his short ones are 30 minutes long.
Right, but it's also okay.
But I watched the whole thing.
No disrespect to Chuck. How many people watch every one of his videos, start to finish?
I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
I do because I fast forward through some of the stuff.
Yeah, you fast forward. What I do is I fast forward.
A lot of people do, but
because if he's walking to the restaurant, I just follow him along the road.
I could do it one of two ways. I could do a YouTube video for me, for the channel type thing, and then do a video just for the guy, like an advertisement.
If you're going to do an advertisement, you want the advertisement to be under 3.5 minutes.
I don't know, man. I want to.
Yeah. Well, you do. People do not. Dave, I watch about.
I wish I could pull up this intro because I wanted to say
videos are over 3-4 minutes. I'm out of there. I'm done.
I did it the other day, and now I can't. I don't know why I can't.
It's because you're not on your This isn't your StreamYard, Dave.
Yeah.
Is that why? I'm
yeah, you can't.
I can't do it on here, Dave. So you have to.
No, but I did it. I could show it on there.
Yeah, you can show.
Yeah, hold on, I'll walk you through it. You see down at the bottom where it says settings, and next to it says present.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got the present. I go to share file. I've gone
video
to
file.
And I got the file here, but if I click on it, I don't know what to do after that. It takes up the whole screen. It's the video playing. But I guess if I do that, maybe I stop it. Can you guys hear that or no?
No, what it is Tom's got to bring it in because it's in the background. This is Tom's stream.
Yeah, but okay, now let me. Oh, now I've got it here. So, all right, let me try this one more time. This will be my final try it this. And then you guys, let's see, present. I know I go to share screen. And then
Not share screen, file.
oh, that's why that's the
How
problem.
do you like
Video
my green
file.
screen?
That's why
I love it.
Actually, yeah.
I love it, Mitch. I love it.
And
Yeah,
for
it's-
those
Is
that
that
have,
another hotel you're in tonight, Mitch? Another hotel?
Okay, there it is. Boy, is
Yeah.
that easy. I was pressing the wrong. I
for
was
those
pressing
that
the
have
wrong
just
button.
for those that have just tuned in, welcome to
Okay,
Got
so
to
this
Love
is it right
Thailand.
now.
Hold on.
Morning,
wanna
good
s-
afternoon,
I
good
like the
evening.
music
How's
on that.
everybody doing?
This is what Richard did for me.
Right. Richard did a good job in the intro. You look like the Michelin Man there, but
Yeah, Kevin
carry
Blue
on.
Man. Can't tell who that is. Hey, I noticed I'm in this clip.
Mitch is behind me. I think.
So loud.
That's what I said. I said loud, but
So,
Richard said
You
anyway,
get up here. I'm
stop
on the orange bike.
for lunch.
Cinderella
there you
bike.
are. Ah, there you
So,
are.
hold on.
I'll catch up with you
Pumpkin
guys
bike.
in just a few.
Oh, was by Nomad with you, folks?
Yeah.
He was a great guy.
Was this for the fishing video?
This is my intro instead of my other one that shows
Too long.
Top notch, everybody here. Absolutely the best day fishing I've had in 4 years here in Thailand.
It looks stunning.
Okay, I got to after July.
Music too loud.
I like it.
That shot's too
Music's
long.
Music's too loud.
Well,
Yeah,
that-
that's adjustable, right? You guys could tell me how to do that.
that's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, long enough. Good, good. No bikinis. Next.
Damn.
Get
No, I'm
the-
saying
Well,
each
that-
individual
That's
shot.
Tim,
two-
there, see,
two
see
fish
Tim
on
jumping in
here.
the chair,
You're
yeah.
just showing
That's
people's
two
backs.
fish.
You know what I mean? It's,
King on, we'd say when we were fishing. For
Yeah,
the
but
king.
the reason is because it's got two fish on, which is a big deal.
Oh,
So I
wow.
got two sailfish on. But I
Good,
don't need
Tim.
to show any of this. I mean, this could be the whole video. And this was the one that he lost. And that's the end of the intro.
Yeah, that's
And it
quite
goes
good,
into the
Dave.
video.
But you
Was
could
that
cut it
the
right
lip?
there and show a different one on the deck, you know?
Was
Yeah.
that the intro? All that was just an intro.
Just an
Oh,
intro.
shit,
Yeah.
I thought
that's an-
it shit, man. I thought it was the video.
that's
No,
like an
just the
epic
intro.
miniseries for me.
And that's it. And then the video is 40 minutes long.
Oh, fuck.
But I could break it up into
Okay.
20 videos, you know.
Right
I mean,
on.
I could do a bunch of things. But, you know, and I cut those back too. When I first started, like you guys say, that was too long. That they were double that length. And I've already
Mhm.
cut them in half again. And I'm still not done with it. But even if I cut it back to nothing with the intro, it's still 3 minutes long or 2.5 minutes long. And that's what you're saying the whole video should be.
Yeah, Dave, if
Pretty
you're
much.
not doing it for views and you're not doing it for your channel, you're doing it for memories and other things, then the hell with everybody else.
Right. I
But
see what you're saying.
Everybody's
but you know what I wanted?
but if you wanted all of our opinions, we're all telling you it's
I
too
do.
long. Yeah.
Well, what I
too
could
long,
do,
way too
well,
long.
when I get it done, I'll probably run it by you guys again. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
somehow I'll send it or whatever. But it was the God, I don't know. I got to get in there. The QR codes that I took off of the boat, the contact information, that kind of stuff. So even if I cut it back to nothing and showed just a little snippet of my fish, Tim's fish, some more of the boat, and kept it under 5-6 minutes long, then maybe I could put it all in there. So maybe I should just think that way instead of trying to get everything, in there.
Yeah. Especially if you're doing it for an advert. I mean, you ever heard
Well,
that
it
good
isn't-
old expression, less is more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Less
I
is
was,
more.
because I did want to, I was going to actually, and I probably still will, I was going to put together a like 1.5 minute, and I was going to ask Chuck personally if he'd put it in one of his videos, and I still want to, this guy, like I said, man, he's not asking for anything.
Mhm.
The guy spent his $1,500, burnt the gas, was a nice guy. Everybody was invited. Tough time of year, Christmas. But I'm trying to get one together already for maybe September, October. The guy said August to December is the head guy said that's the fishing time. Get a bunch of people and try to go there. But I don't know. And he might say no, and that's fine too. And I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even ask him. But he's got 70,000 subscribers. So
Right.
I got 1,900. So but I'm going to do the best I can. And I might not, because might feel funny asking somebody to do that. But I don't know. I would do it. It's not a big deal to me, but there could be some downside to it. I don't know. But I will take everybody said and reevaluate and see. But I got a bunch of nice footage. But I could do it on myself. I could just put a video out and keep it unlisted, or whatever too. So
Or list it. Do 2 videos on it. Same subject.
that's true. I could do that too. And I could break that one up into 2 or 3. Because I always thought that too. I thought that, somewhere around 7 to 9 minutes was probably maximum where I should be. But sometimes I get carried away.
A friend of mine messaged me today after he saw that meetup post, and he says, "Oh my God, you're doing another one?" Like, yeah, I mean, aside from being fun, people are traveling now. They come into town and they're like, "Hey, I'd like to see these guys,"
Well, if you go around on a lot of chats and stuff like that all over, you've got quite a few people that are saying, "Oh, I'm going to be in February. I want to go to the meetup," or "I'm going to be in here." Yeah, I think there was a real big void left behind when Kev passed away, and it was the Wednesday nights at the Hideaway.
Yeah. I'd love to do a Wednesday night in the Hideaway. I'd love to do that.
But look at how busy they got during high season. You had people standing out on the street and everything. You couldn't get into the place.
Yeah,
I'd actually stay awake. I'd actually stay awake past 6 o'clock at night.
Oh, it's good. I mean, people want to meet.
Well, that's what YouTubers. James said to us. Because I guess different terminology. Tom put out there, "Hey, we're having a Eat Out Patia meetup at Robin Hood," and James was like, "Hey, listen." I don't know if you heard him. Probably not, Mitch.
Actually, I did hear that. I was actually.
The one thing you did hear is what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So he was actually saying, there's a lot of guys coming into town because you got a lot of solo travelers, and not everybody likes to go sit in the bars and get rip-roaring drunk every night, and they're looking for little luncheons and stuff like that to go to meet up and talk to other people. And he's like, how big do y'all want to make this? And I'm going, Jesus Christ, I don't know if we could handle, if everybody started putting all their weight behind it, saying, "Hey, these guys are going to meet up at this restaurant on Friday at 12. I said that could turn into a monster real quick.
The subs are really great on that channel, though.
Yeah, it's starting to really pick up. All of a sudden, I looked down, it was at 150, and then today it's over 200, and I'm going, here's our little channel just chugging along now, picking up.
Well, you know what, with the meetup deals, like I said it, I don't know, probably on mine or whatever. Deal was going to the Wombat. What I liked about it is that last meetup or the 2 ago that I went to.
It's good.
When I go there, I want to talk to Tom, Mitch, whatever. Yeah. I want to talk to you. I stayed there 4 hours. If it was loud and bang, bang, boom, boom music where I had to yell, I would have been out of there in 20 minutes. I'd have been gone.
Unfortunately, my hearing sucks. Even in a fairly quiet place, I'm struggling.
We've all said the same thing, though. We have to go to a place where the music's low enough so people could talk.
Whatever he did at the Wombat and to accommodate, it was absolutely perfect. So if the other place, I'd seen the place. Yeah, I mean, it was nice because I could talk just like I am right now. Didn't have to scream, didn't have to yell. It was nice.
Every morning, every night, every afternoon, whenever you drive past the Wombat, literally people queuing out the door to get in.
Good. I'm happy for him.
It's fantastic.
And it's you guys right there, you, Mitch, and everybody that probably ended up doing that for him. I believe.
Like Mitch and TT and Kevin 30 to Wake Up and Chocolate Man. They pumped that place. They pumped it, Well,
that's the subscribers, they show up, say hi. They like to see people. It is kind of surreal. It was like that when I got here over a year ago.
When you met me for the first time.
I've been chatting with you last week, and now I'm actually sitting with you. It's weird. It's kind of weird.
Right.
when you
Different.
physically got to reach out and touch my arm and realize what greatness was.
Yeah, you know, I was in awe when I met you, Ryan. I I actually got a tear in my eye. It was so overwhelming.
And the best part was it was in the bathroom after I took a
It
dump.
was in the bathroom after you peed on my shoe, on my sandal.
I'm sure Mark really needs that. He's eating it at the moment. He's eating some banana cake.
Oh,
Speaking
sorry,
of
you're still
banana,
talking.
I'm serving up some banana in the morning. I got room service coming over.
Are you solo tonight? You solo
Oh,
Mitch
damn
tonight?
straight, man. I'm solo tonight.
Oh, solo mio.
He's going to be perch jerking.
No, shit, no.
No.
Hands. Show the hands.
Too much sport on tonight.
Yeah.
So much sport. So.
Anyway.
I am going to. It's 9:20 right now, and I stayed on a lot longer than I wanted to. I'm going to sign off.
Okay, see you on Tuesday.
Tiggle Bitties.
Tiggle Bitties.
Tiggle Bitties. You going Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday. Tiggle Bitties.
You coming, Mark?
Yeah, Robert Mack will be there.
Say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you're not going to be down in Pattaya next week, Dave?
No. I wish I
blame you.
was.
You should
Dave,
come,
it's
Dave.
You retired.
I really want to.
the
I've got a
truck and
couple
drive.
of things I got to do, and now
What you
I've
got to do, Dave? What you got to do? What you got to do?
There's I don't know, a Buddha thing. Either somebody's becoming a monk, or
Dave, you come down here and do the Buddha thing down
someone's
here.
getting married, or some kind of an
Dave, you're a Buddhist.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
Buddhist. Dave,
But you know what it is too. You know what I didn't tell you guys this thing.
Maybe I'll put some.
When I went down for the meetup, I get back a little while later, and my wife goes, "Oh, look, honey," and there's a picture of the car and the license plate number and a 500 baht ticket. And I go, "Wow," So now I'm in Udon, and my wife calls me up right before we went on the fishing trip, before we left Tim's, and said, "My husband is a famous person in Thailand. 2 more." So I got 3 freaking tickets on the way to Pattaya driving the electric hot rod. And now I feel bad, though, because now in Thailand, before it didn't matter. And that's what I thought. I don't care if I get 80 tickets, I'll pay the 3,000 baht. I'm driving the speed I want to. I was doing 125 or something. And, now the new law in Thailand is you get points against your license.
Oh, Dave.
After you get so many points,
did you just say something? Did you just say something was law? What is and what is written and what is are 2 different things.
Yeah, we got
friend.
This is written and it is because they can do what they want to.
Yeah,
so as it's written, they can take.
You just don't want to pay the money to get out of it.
No, you got to pay the money too.
Yeah.
Trust me, Paul.
Well, you can still drive. I mean, you just like before. You get pulled over, you give them 1,000 baht, and you go on your way.
Yeah.
So that isn't going to change.
Yeah.
But they're going to come after her.
It's a little bit different. It's harder than that nowadays. You got to really kind of conceal it under that motorcycle because they're wearing cameras now. There's some of them are doing body cameras, and what they'll do is they'll take out that ticket book and they write a little number down on the ticket and show it to you, and they're like, "Get your registration out." So you have to slip the money right there under the seat when you got the seat open. And you just point and say, "My registration is right there. I can't get it out the book or whatever." And he reaches in and grabs the registration, looks at everything, and tells you get up the road. So we got to sneak it a little bit nowadays.
She's in a car. When we first started here, we went to Koh Chang, went out of town. I was 63. She was 39, whatever she was. And we got pulled over, and she said, "Oh, I got to pull over here, and I got to get out for a minute." And she gets out, comes back in. I said, "What happened?" "I got to go pay 1,000 baht. I don't have a driver's license." I said, "You're almost 40 years old and you don't have a freaking driver's license." So I said, "We got to end this." She got another ticket. And then she ended up, it'd been so long that since she's had a license that she had to actually pay for the driving course, and then I went and got mine. So we're good now. But I feel bad now because now I drove to Tim's and I'm sure I was, over the speed limit. So I don't know how many points she gets before they take it away. But
Yeah.
I'll feel real bad if they take it away. And then it's only for a year. And then it's like next year, everything is all hunky dory, and you go on.
Rolls over or whatever.
We have that in Australia. You can nominate it. You can nominate another driver. My brother, my brother lost a couple of points. He's drives a heavy articulated vehicle, and he lost a couple of points. And I've got a heavy articulated license as well. So I said to him, "Yeah, well, put me down as the driver." So 3 points came off my license, and he didn't. Otherwise he was too close to losing his. So you can nominate.
Well, if I can do that, then I'll feel better, because I don't want her to have to.
Yeah, the problem is everybody's going to be nominating their dead mother.
Give you your US driving license, Dave.
I have a U.S. driver's license, and I've got my.
Use that.
Yeah, that's what she said when I,
all they want is the money, Dave. They're not worried about giving points.
Well, I'm finally sending off my passport because I got to get back to the States. My mom's sick, so I got to get back there. So I'm going to send it off probably tomorrow. And my wife's, I said, well, what do I do? I'm going to have the pictures of the passport, plus I'm going to have the. And she said, just use your license. Just take your license out. You don't need to take out your passport. I said, okay. So we'll see what happens.
You need at the moment, Dave. You need to take a photograph of your passport and of your visa.
I already have it.
Well, if you got that, then you're fine, because they're doing checks on that now.
But I got to get them. I've been procrastinating for so long.
They're doing checks on the visas and the passports for other certain types of nationalities. I'll go ahead, because y'all know me. I don't hold my tongue all the way. What has happened is another country to the north of here has been shut down for a while. None of their bars and nightclubs are open. So all of their underground crime people has come to Thailand and pulled education visas and set up nightclubs and stuff of that nature. And that's how they're running their gambling, their drugs, their this, their that, whatever the underground people from, how did the former president say it? China.
Well, I got an interesting fact then, because I was really wondering why they did this. Never before have I went to a hotel, and we got there at 1:00 in the morning, so it was late. They took a picture of took a copy of my front page and my passport. We went up the next day. When I came down, the lady called me over and said, "I need your passport." And I said, "Why?" Said, "We got to get a picture of your visa."
Yes.
I said, "I've never heard of that before." What?
Yeah.
As soon as they see my passport, they're going to know Dave Clark. Boom, boom in the computer. Dave Clark's visa is up on whatever. I would.
You're giving them a lot of credit there, Dave.
They got to pull my. If they want that information, they're asking for your visa.
They're still using the Dewey Decimal System.
No, but Dave, that's the way it should be. Because if somebody's here illegally, if somebody's in this country illegally, they should be removed, because they're no good to you. They're no good to anybody.
No, I had no problem doing it, but I never had them ask.
If somebody's here illegal, why are they here? They should be out working, earning some money, so they can come.
Quiet down, Tom. Quiet down, Tom. No.
All she said was
about visas.
Yeah,
they're
they did that in Samui. I think it was Samui when Chuck and I missed the ferry twice because they had overbooked, right?
Right. I remember that.
The whole wrecking crew had made it over to the island, and Chuck and I were still on the other side. And we got there. It was late at night. We got to the room, and they just shuffled us to our rooms. They checked your passport and then shuffled us to our rooms. And the next day, they were like, "Okay, we want to make copies."
Yeah.
So I think they've kind of been sticklers about the immigration part of it, the visa part. Normally, it's just look at the passport and make it that front page,
I got a friend of mine who is on a multi-entry like me, comes backwards and forwards between Australia and Thailand. Okay. Now, he came back and he was here for over 3 months, so he's on an OA, the same as me. And he and his wife, or girlfriend, went in to do his 90-day reporting. They then gave her, his missus, his girlfriend, an 800 baht fine because she had not reported him being back in the country.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I've spoken to Robert Groves, who I think you all know, over in Char Am, and I said to him, so I've been back since I left in April, and this is my 6th trip back. But I'm only here for a month maximum, 2 weeks minimum, month maximum. So I don't have to go to do the 90 days at all. But should my missus be going down to immigration and reporting me back in, even though I get stamped in on my passport? This is, you know,
Mark, what it is in your case. When you first come to the country, do you remember we met you down at the immigration and you registered your address, didn't you?
Yeah.
So when you registered your address at your home where you're living, once you've done that, on a multi-entry, you haven't got to keep on. You've just got to get your exit stamped each time, haven't you? No, or
Yeah,
no,
that's
you
right,
haven't,
that's
have you?
right.
You get that at the airport.
So I get I have a special stamp every time I fly in and out. It's not the regular tourist visa stamp, but in my passport is still my certificate of residency.
Yes.
But my mate got done, or his missus got done, because she had failed when he came back to do when he returned from Australia back to Thailand earlier last year, because she had failed to go on do the the old TM30.
Yeah, TM36 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was.
37, 38 or whatever it is.
So I'm not going to worry about it until my contract finishes, and then when I go back in on the day that I come back into Thailand, I'll wander down with Nan, and we'll go down to immigration, and she'll go. We're both here. Should she be signing something or stamping me in or whatever?
All you got to do is when you finish your contract, Mark, is just go back down to immigration and say, "Oh yeah, I've just flown back into the country, and this is I'm registered here already. Have I got to do anything else?"
Yeah.
Paul, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking, before you get that elite visa? Because an elite visa, as much as I'm against it, it is a hassle-free way of doing things if you're under the age of 50.
If you suffer with anxiety, get an elite.
Yeah. If you don't like dealing with the government, and if you don't like living in the gray, if you're a person that is black and white, like you like things black and white, get the elite visa. If you like to dabble in the gray area, well then duck and dive everybody else.
I don't duck and dive.
But you're over 50.
Mine's totally legit.
You're married and you're over 50. I don't know what Paul's situation is. He could, if he comes back and says, "Oh, I'm 51 years old," I'm going to look at him and say, "Unless you just like pissing away money, get the retirement visa." Because we have a mutual friend that pulled the elite visa, and I was like, "Why'd you pull the elite visa? You're 53." And he's like, "Well," and then finally he goes, "I didn't know better." Okay. He goes, "I just got here. I was looking at everything on the internet, and I was like, oh, there's where I'll get the 5-year visa for this." He says, "I didn't know."
Yeah, so you're the same age as me, Paul.
Yeah. So there's another visa out there that's touted in Australia for Australians to come to Thailand. I don't know if it's available in other countries, but it's the XO visa, which gives you 5 years. They say 5 years hassle-free, but you've got to have 3 million baht in a bank, which you can't access. And I've heard conflicting. Anywhere between 1.5 years and the 3 years.
Ray's doing a video on
Paul, I've got even a better idea for you. When you come here on a tourist visa and meet up with Ryan, and Ryan will take you to a place.
And to be honest with you, Paul, I would do that. I have held a few people's hands already. Yeah, taking them places, getting their bank account set up, and I ask nothing in return for it. Don't think it's a service I'm going to charge you money for or expect anything back.
We just do it to all viewers.
Well, not so much viewers. Someone did it for me, and that's what I told the last person. I said, when I first got here, somebody took me by the hand and took me around and showed me some of the ropes on stuff that I had to do. It was like, hey, we got to go here. Hey, we got to go here, because sometimes it can be overwhelming. And then I've done it for a few other people, like, hey, let's go down here, get your bank account. Let's go here, get your visa and all that stuff. And one of the last people I did it for, the last two people that I did it for, they looked at me and their mouths were dropped. They're like, I can't believe this. I was getting price quotes of this much and that much and this much. And they said, we just walked in here, and they're like, yeah, no problem. It's so bad now where the lady looked at me and she was telling them, hey, you want to open up a bank account? Well, the bank she just stopped halfway through and pointed at me and said,
He's
he'll
from
take
Australia.
it
No.
Oh, I thought I recognised him actually.
I think so, anyway.
So Paul, if you are seriously, forget about Canberra. Go through the Sydney consulate. The Sydney consulate is an absolute breeze to deal with. You would think that the embassy and the consulate would be the same, but they're not. They're not. So
No.
go through.
But
the
Mark,
Sydney.
would you say as well for the first year get a non-O multi-entry?
You know,
depends on how much he's going to go back and forth. I want to say it's like 3 times where it works out, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah. Look,
3,900.
Yeah. So if I was only going to go back 3 times, if I was going to travel back 3 times a year, I wouldn't be on a multi-entry. I'd be on a single entry. But because it's the 4th one that makes it starts, because I can go back a million times, right, in the 1 year on a multi-entry.
Well, that's a lot of money.
What'd you pay for a multi-entry, Mark?
Yeah, it's about. I think Ryan hit it on the head. It was about 3 or 4 days. Said it 3,900 baht, whatever it was.
Well, 3,900 baht.
Right.
So the only
$120.
difference between an O visa
I'm quite
and
sure
an OA,
most of us have spent more in a brothel.
I tell people that if you've got the money,
That teach me.
get it, because I've heard nightmare stories about guys getting drugged out of the country to go party in Cambodia and didn't realize they did it and came back in and said, "This is no good. You need to get a visa."
So the O type the O type visa is
rare as rocky dog shit.
Well, you can get it, but you apply for it. The difference is that an OA you apply in Australia, an O type visa you have to apply whilst you're in country.
That's right.
But then you don't need insurance for health insurance. But that may change in the future. But in all honesty, Paul,
hey Jay, how you doing?
For me, I wouldn't be here if insurance was optional. I'd still be taking it. It's not for me.
Hey guys, it's way past my bedtime. I just want y'all to keep your eye out for my 27-second video. It's going to be coming out on fishing. And
it's going to be longer.
Just keep it to a minute. Keep it to a short, and you'll be okay.
It's going to be longer than Avatar. Right? It's going to be longer than
I think I got some good input. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm just kidding. And I'm going to figure out something, and you'll probably hear from me again. Because I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to just try shoving it out. I'm going to take my time. And
hey, Aaron's in the house. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Aaron.
Were your ears burning? But I'm going.
See you later on, Dave.
Later, Dave.
There you go. Dave's gone.
Yeah, we just talking about the fishing trip a little bit ago.
Yeah. So going back to the visa, as Mark was saying, so if you come here and see Ryan, there's a few people who've come into this stream and they've met us, not for lunch, and they didn't pay for lunch. We paid for our own lunch. And then Ryan took them down to the visa place, and you got them sorted, Ryan, didn't you? Is that correct?
Yeah, but if he's over in Australia, Mark's saying it's $3,900 and he can do the paperwork himself, then do it in Australia.
That's for a multi-entry. The visa, I can't remember how much it cost me, but it wasn't $3,900. I think it may have been. I think it was about 300 Australian dollars, which would be about maybe 3,000 baht, maybe. So,
well, then that's what I'm getting at, because I would take them to a visa place so for people that aren't good with paperwork and following through and running errands and doing this and doing that, and they just want stuff easy, I take them down there, they sit down, they hand them their visa and 3 passport photos. If they don't have the passport photos, we go right out the door, down the street, and for 100 baht, get a pack of like 6 of them, come back, hand it to them. They're like, all right, give us this amount of time. Or they look at them and say, do you have a bank account? When they say no, they're like, oh, never mind. Here's your passport back. Go down here, open up your bank account, and then that's a wrap. And then after that, the bank actually sends the passport back over to the agency. And about 2-3 weeks later, boom, they call you up and say, come pick up your passport. Or, excuse me, go down there and go take a picture. It takes you longer to park your bike than to go into immigration and take a picture. So it's this is one of those hassle-frees, but you're going to pay for it, and it ain't going to be no 3,900 baht. But
And
it's not
obviously,
going to be
Paul,
60,000 baht
obviously as well, we
either.
don't know Paul's financial situation,
Right.
But if you're in a situation like us here on the panel here, it's very easy for us to get visas here. It's not difficult. It's really, really hard. You know, people make it as hard as what they want to make it. If my wife wanted to go back to the UK, that's what I call hard. If Mitch or Ryan wants to take their girlfriend or their wife back to America, that is very,
impossible.
very
Oh, he
difficult.
would say those foul words.
Yeah, and if I don't know, what's it like for you, Mark? Taking
No, it's difficult. She's been to Australia a couple of times, so it's going up to Bangkok. It's doing the full biometrics. I had to write letters saying that I would be sponsoring her. We had to write a statutory declaration, which is a legal document that they can hold me accountable to in Australia.
Yes.
That she would abide by all visa conditions, which she was on what we call a 600 visa, which is just a tourist, not allowed to work, got to have adequate health insurance. So we bought that in Thailand to cover her for the trip that she was going to be in Australia. Look, once it's there, it's just a matter of mucking around. I got my OA visa during COVID. And so, it was no face-to-face. It was put everything in the registered mail and sending it.
Moderators.
I'm waiting for Tom to address that one.
Yeah, what it is, it's quite simple. What it is, Roy, it's easier for when these guys are talking, I'm just monitoring the chat, and it's easier for me when it's all blue, I ain't got to worry.
No, Paul, no. If you went for an OA visa in country, then yes. But I went for the income stream where I have to bring in a minimum of 65 or 67, whatever it is, 1,000 baht. 65. Yeah, we'll split the difference. Go 66. 1,000 baht, 66,000 baht per month. So all my money stays in Australia, and I just bring it over. But I'm with Bangkok Bank, no affiliation, but I've just got I've just got a Bangkok Bank. They seem to be easy. They fixed me up really, really quickly, and I use a well-known company, to a third party, to bring my funds across. And on my statement every year, it says international transfer, and that is what immigration look for when you pay 1,900 baht every year to renew your visa for one more year's worth of stay.
Right.
So I don't have to have I could have gone down the 800,000 baht, and there's a whole lot of videos. Good friend of Tom's channel, which is Retired and Living the Dream. He's done a whole lot. He's done a whole lot. Retired and Living the Dream. Don't listen to Tom. He's done a whole lot of videos on how to put money in and take money. Blah blah blah.
Let's take shortcuts.
Oh,
we don't. I don't take any shortcuts because it's easier in life just to do things. It's not worth it.
Absolutely.
Because the trouble is, what you got to realize with Thai migration, if you actually break one rule, just one rule, your first ban is 10 years. Well, if I was banned for 10 years, I wouldn't be coming back. I'd be finished. I'd be done.
I'd be dead.
oh, where is it?
Yeah. So like me and Mark have got really good relationships with the immigration down at Rayon.
They know me. You walk in, and the one thing about Thai people, they never, ever, ever forget a face.
Yeah, they're like an elephant.
A very stubborn one sometimes, but
no, we're talking about the wives now.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
I think am I correct in saying the multi-entry visa or whatever is 3,000 baht for the year? Is that right?
3,900, I think it was. I think
Ryan
hit it.
Yeah.
3,938. I think it's double The family or the marriage one, which is 1,800 baht or 1,900 baht.
So single entry is about 1,200 baht. So when you start at it, so when you're coming back 6 to 10 times a year, like I am at the moment, thanks, Tim, 3,900. If you're coming back like I am, not 6 times this year, probably similar this year now, it's well worth it to get it. I don't get any. That was the other thing with the XO visa. Apparently, you get priority at immigration. I don't know. You know what? People say that, and I stand at immigration. I go, the only priority is if you're a Thai national. Otherwise, every other one, you stand there with all the other plebs going.
Yeah. But if you're over 60, you got a priority anyway. You just go through the VIP lane anyway. If you're over 60.
What VIP? I've got to come on the airport with you because I don't know where the blood. I go out priority because I go out business class and
you'll be waiting a long time for me to go.
There's a special lift that you go when you fly business class.
Well, no, what he's talking about is the fast lane. Well, I don't know if it's called the fast lane. I forget what it's called. You know how when you walk up fast track or something that's whatever it is. And usually the lady standing there, and you kind of jog to the left a little bit, and or right there on your left, you got all the Indians filling out the paperwork because they didn't do it on the plane, and then you kind of stick to the left, and you get into the serpentine queue. If you were to go to the right, and you really got to look at it, that's the VIP. That's for the monks. That's for the people over a certain age. That's for the handicap. That's for people with elite visas. That's for business and first class travelers. Because they'll actually give you a pass. Sometimes you have to ask for it. Like when I came in once on business, I used all my points. And when I was on the plane and we were landing, and this is well before COVID, they actually gave me a pass, a little blue ticket or whatever. So when I got off and I went to go get in that line, they came up and I just had to show it to them there real quick. And they're like, okay, yeah. Because if I wouldn't have had that blue piece of paper, that little ticket, my ass would have been in that 3-hour queue. Instead, I was in a 10-minute queue, which was great.
I know.
And you can actually buy that service. It's fast track service. They'll come pick you up in a golf course.
I've never seen that. Who's Dave Deacon? I've never seen him.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got 10 subs. He's now got 11. I've just subbed to your channel as well.
Here's I love this tip that he gives right there because it's true and it's not true all at the same time. Because I've pulled that stunt where you pass it up, and on the other end of the terminal where they had planes coming in, you had a shitload of Middle Easterners also flying in at the same time. Like our planes were landing about the same time, and I actually got in a longer line there. So I took the gamble and it didn't pay off. But you are right. Most of the time, that if you pass up the first one to go to the second one, you're better off.
You know, I've only ever known one. Maybe it's the gate that I land in all the time. So
I'm trying to think. You've got the international terminal there, and then normally my plane is at 30-something, at gate 30-something, and I'm the last one all the way down. I'm the one going, close. Jesus, man. And a lot of people get on the walking, moving terminals or whatever. Actually, and unless I'm walking on that, I usually can outpace people walking myself. Now, normally I have to stop and pee, but I can usually.
I fly Thai Airways, and I think Thai Airways get priority close to everything, I guess. So, yeah. So
I've come on EVA or
EVA.
There's a Korean Air. Go down the list. I've been on I've never come in on Thai Airways, though.
Yeah, Thai Airlines is okay.
Yeah, Thai Airways is nice.
To be honest, your Thai Airlines and EVA Air.
EVA's
really
I like EVA.
British Airways are shit. And,
so I don't
think they fly anymore, British Airways. I think British Airways have dropped the route.
Yeah. So, and the same thing goes for American carriers as well. I'd rather fly on an Asian carrier than an American one.
Yeah.
So I just took Thai Smile back in the summer to go over to Cambodia. I was very impressed with the leg room. I was in economy. I was impressed with the flight. So,
do you fly around the country, Mitch? Do you fly?
Domestic in Thailand?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not driving.
You flew down from Chiang Rai, didn't you? Because it's too far in the car. Yeah.
Yeah. Viet Jet, Knock Air.
That was not bad.
Thai Asia. I've flown. I forget what I flew
Now,
when I went up to back on Phnom when I went up and Chuck picked us up.
Now,
I forget
what I found with Thai Asia is they if you're just getting on there, it's very cheap to fly. They're like $10, $15 flights, but then they start tacking on the luggage, to this, to that, and so I've learned just go with the other ones.
$15 flight, not this time around.
No, it's going up. But
yeah, we've been doing a lot of driving though.
Yeah.
Tim saying ANA. Who are they? Asian.
ANA, all Nippon Airlines.
Yeah, all Nippon.
Good little airline as well. I just came in on ANA this last year.
I like Eva the same as Jay.
Well, Eva code shares with United generally. If you're coming out the U.S., ANA, JAL is usually with American. Korean Air is with Delta because Delta goes back and forth to Korea from
I forget
Detroit.
who like the Star Alliance in there.
Yeah, Star, all them. But I can pretty much tell you who you're going to fly in on just about. If you're going into Taipei, most likely you're going to come in off of EVA. If you're going into Hong Kong, usually coming over on Cathay Pacific. ANA, of course, JAL and ANA coming out of Tokyo, and then Korean Air coming out of Incheon.
Unfortunate, mine's all direct.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're killing me there. You know how long? I pulled it up. It's almost 35 hours door to door, from hotel to door.
That's a cut lunch and a compass.
24 hours from the UK.
I think about that, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Well, that's the only. I'm going back home eventually to go visit, and that's the only thing that's, most people are, oh my God, I got to leave. I'm really not that depressed about it. I actually, like my family and my friends. So I don't mind going back for a visit. But that's all I can think about is how goddamn long it's going to take to get there. And it's not so much the length, it's sitting in those damn economy, because premium economy and business class is so damn expensive right now. I'm like, shit, man, I'd spend $2,000 on a one-way flight from here to home on premium economy. And it's
don't book the flight yet. We'll book it in about March.
Yeah. Well, but anywho, so I'm gonna let you do your charts, Tom, and I'm jumping off the show.
Yeah, no, I've already done my charts. I've done it on a different video.
Well, then hell, talk to these guys about charts. I'm still leaving. I want to go take a shower. I want to take a shower and go lay in bed.
I'll see you at 12 o'clock on Tuesday.
Potentially, yes. If I'm feeling this shitty.
Still feeling it, huh? That sucks.
Ken, I don't know if you can get into as Cathay. I know that there's one airline that lets you into the lounge with a premium economy ticket. I think you might be right, but most of the time when I flew premium economy, it wouldn't let me into the lounge. I would actually have to go find the pay lounges and go pay for my way in.
I agree with gorgeous Thailand. Best thing to do is stay in fucking Thailand.
Well, I don't think I haven't gone home yet.
The problem is Mark's now a nomad and he feels guilty about working here and getting paid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've never flown through Hong Kong.
He's just too professional.
Ken's asking a question about lounges.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was talking about. You can always look for, if it's going to be a real long layover, you can go look for the Lounge Buddy Pass or whatever. It's usually $40 to $50 depending on where you're flying into. It usually gives you 3 hours in a lounge, and people are like, "Oh my God, $40, $50." I'm like, okay, go sit down at a restaurant in an airport. Go sit down at the restaurant in the airport. You get into these lounges, they're not only feeding you. You got nice chairs, nice toilets, most of the time a shower, something of that nature. And you even can make yourself a little drink. You've got the beer in the fridge. By the time if you were to go sit down and have 2 beers and a meal at an airport restaurant, how much are you going to spend?
$40. Probably
it's going to be $40. Might as well go to one of the lounges and get the little buffet food and sit down and go from there. Yeah.
recharge your whatever phone, and
it's very, very difficult because for me to go back would mean I'd miss out on my restaurants during the week.
Atlanta,
well, there's nowhere decent to eat in the UK, is there? It's fucking all fucked. So
I don't know. I talked to the pilot. I actually sat next to a pilot from Delta on the way into Atlanta a couple of years back, and I asked him. I said, "Is Atlanta the busiest airport in the world?" He said, "Yes." And he said, "Think of it. All of your other major cities has 2 big airports. Atlanta still has whatever the hell it's called, shit airport. I'm not an ATL person.
Paul, you get 45 days.
Yeah.
You don't get 30 no more. They've increased it to 45 now.
I think that expires in March.
Yeah, I think they'll carry it on though, wouldn't they?
I think so too.
Yeah, but you can easily go down to immigration and extend it for 15 days,
yeah,
can't
you?
Yeah.
At the moment, there's no
there's no they just give it to you. They ought to just do that in general. 45 days.
Yeah.
And
it's still personal. It's just give you 90.
Yeah.
No paperwork to fill out when you get off the plane or on the plane now too. So
if they done 90, if they done 90, how much easier would it be if they done 90?
Look into that, Paul. Let me see if I can get the link for you. If you want an actual visa, you can do it online. Can Australians do it online, Mark? I know U.S. citizens. I think it's like you can actually go to the Thai. Let me pull it up here so I can give you the right one, so I'm not giving you crap.
Do the Thai consulate in Sydney for an example.
Yeah. No, you don't.
That's the best one.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
I did mine during COVID. It was all online.
Share it.
I'm getting ready to share it. I can actually share shit nowadays. So if you go on this website right here, you don't have to send your visa off. You don't have to do anything but go on there, see the visa you want, which is going to be a tourist visa. And it's the government website. It's the .go.th. And if you go, you can see all the forms that you need. It's like 5 different forms that you need. It's like a copy of your passport, a copy where you can take a picture of it, of course. And I forget if they want JPEG or if they want PDFs. I can't remember between them and the Thai Pass.
They want
it's
JPEGs.
been a while. Okay, so they go with JPEGs. There's like 5 different things you need. So this is what I tell everybody. Get those 5 things on your computer. On the homepage, create a new folder, say Thai Visa. So when you start putting everything together, all you have to do is go there. And when they ask you for each bit of information, you just go straight to that folder and start dropping it.
Yeah.
Mine was when the website was relatively new, and I did a 60-day tourist visa, and I got it in 2 weeks. They will email you a copy, and all you do is print it out. And once you print it out, you bring it with you, slide it across the counter. They give you a 60-day tour stamp. There's no more mailing in your visa to a consulate, no more mailing this, that. You literally, everything is done right there on the computer. And you can create, what's cool is you create an account, and it'll save you information. So if you plan on coming again, you just reapply. It's relatively, if you can work through Netflix, you'll be able to work through this. It's relatively easy. It's a game changer, though, for most people that were going down to the consulates and everything. I told Daz about it, and I was like, well, Daz, here's an option here. He's like, well, son of a bitch, I didn't know about this one. And I said, yeah, I pulled my 60-day tourist visa off of it. It took 14 days. Now, I've heard people get them back quicker, and I've heard a little bit longer. So all that stuff. Ken Heller, it depends on where you're coming from. There is no visa on arrival. It's a visa exemption. And if you come in, you get 30 or 45 days at this point in time. This right here, what we're showing everybody is an actual tourist visa. And you can apply for a whole shitload of visas on here, but I wouldn't imagine doing it. Mark, you could probably even apply for your OA visa on here.
Yeah, you can. That what you've got there is exactly what I did in Australia during COVID.
That's it, exactly.
And
that's exactly what I did in the UK to come here as well.
And when I Paul in Asia, when I uploaded it, I got my OA. I sent my then you have to physically send your passport because they physically got to put a stamp in it.
Right.
But I was told you can, because all that information was in. They said, now can you please send us your passport? That from when I started putting in the Dropbox to when I got my passport back from Sydney, don't send it to Canberra, send it to Sydney. It took 4 days. It took me longer, Paul. Now, you would remember this. It took me longer to get my exemption to leave the bloody country from Border Force than what it did to get a visa to come to Thailand to live.
But the one thing you must remember is when you send your passport to the Thai embassy, you must send them a returned post envelope for the passport.
Yeah, pay the premium. Pay
next day delivery or whatever.
And certified and tracking and all that crap. Because if you lose your passport, you're screwed.
Yeah, I paid about $10 to get it there and 10 to receive it back.
Yeah, so, something like that in Australia too.
Yeah,
so.
It's well, Ken's asking about. He says he's coming from the USA. Yeah. Ken, it depends on if you're coming over here to be a 2 or 3 week holidayer, show up over here, get your visa exemption, and carry on with life. If you're coming to move over here, I mean, we could go down this rabbit hole on, well, if you plan on doing this and like follow the charts, well, if you stand on one leg, we go this way. And if it's this, go this way. So there's really not one I don't want to say just come over here because you might tell me, oh, well, I'm coming over here for an OA visa or a retirement visa. Well, at the same time, you can just show up here as well. But, there's some people, again, like doing things certain ways. Some people like the easy route. They just like to show up and say, less than 15 days and I have visa. Well, I'm less than 15. I have a visa
somebody like
agent.
yourself, Paul, 62.
Why
obviously retired.
Less than 15 days. I have a visa agent. Less than 15 days for what? Just holiday? You don't need a visa agent. Tell them to shove it up their ass.
What's that for?
I don't know. He said, I'm less than 15 days and I have a visa agent. A non-O visa and I have an onward ticket.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm not knocking you because if you don't know, you don't know, and we've all done dumb shit over here.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you did something stupid, because pulling a visa is an easy route to go, but you could have just shown up and done 30 or right now 45-day exemption. It's not like Vietnam or Cambodia where you have to do an e-visa or anything like that. With American citizens, you could have shown up here and said, hello, and boom. Oh, if you're retiring there, you still could have done the hello, I'm here. If it depends on which route you want to go. If you want to go I want to do a lot of paperwork and run back and forth and pull the retirement visa on your own, it's a lot of errands. You're running errands just like you would back in the States. If you want to show up to an agency and hand them your passport and pay you, what is it, Mitch, 25, 26?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not listening.
So let's do 25, 26,000 baht, and that's about a wrap. I get no kickbacks from them, by the way. I get no
after
kickbacks.
That is 12,000 a year, isn't it?
12,500 a year, unless you're doing a multi
if you've got the money, if you've got the
19.
800,000, or you're bringing the 60,000, 65,000 over a month, then it's all legitimate anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, but here's the catch on this. So you do it the first time, you have to show that you have $800,000 because you haven't been here a year to show that you're bringing over 66,000 a month. Am I correct on that, Mark?
No, I don't think so. Because I said, I'm on the 66,000 baht per month. Mm-hmm. So when I renewed my visa, paid the 1,900 baht. You show them the bank statements.
Yeah.
And they said, I bring in a lot. I bring in a lot more than that, but it shows the minimum that you bring in.
Made the minimum.
Right. Well, Ken's saying he's going to let an agent handle all the BS. Ken, just food for thought on this. You can do what you want, go anywhere you want, listen to other YouTubers because I don't know everything.
No.
But if they want to charge you anything more than 30,000 baht, tell them to jam it up their ass.
Yeah,
because the price should be anywhere from 25 to 30.
Yeah.
Having said that, it's not an arduous task either.
No. But the agent that Ryan uses, If you haven't got the money, it's 25,000. Yeah. If you've got the 800,000, it's only 12.5 anyway.
If you haven't had the insurance.
Sorry?
If you don't have the proper insurance that they're looking for.
What insurance
Medicare and Medicaid, you have to have insurance nowadays.
Not for a non-O.
You want to bet on that one?
Well, no, they don't require it
for a retirement visa.
No, I don't think they do. OA, yes, but
OA, yes, not non-O.
I'd go with Tom on that one.
OA. I know the OA retirement visa.
The one thing they didn't ask for, I took the document down there, the insurance document, and she handed it back to me. She said, "I don't need that."
Ken's saying 25,000 baht, including the driver's license. If that's the case, that's a steal. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
And wait, that's for
hold it, Ken. Have you got the 800,000 now as well? Because if you've got the 800,000, then he's being overcharged.
No, he's not being overcharged. If he even you're basically they're charging you to do all the legwork for you. 25,000 baht, including the driver's license.
Tim's on a no.
Yeah, hopefully that's for a retirement visa.
Yeah.
I'm on a OA, as I said, and I was asked for proof of insurance.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you finish your contract, though, because you're so young, Mark, you can actually go to a non-O, can't you? You can go to a non-O.
I can, but this is personal. I'm still going to have insurance over.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Personal.
Yeah. There's a guy who's over here. None of us guys really know him. Yeah. None of us guys really know him. None of us. I don't think any of us guys really know him. But he's got a really famous YouTube channel. I think he's got somewhere around the region of between 70 and 100,000 subs. Yeah. He's been here for like 10 years. He's got a wife here, everything else, blah, blah, blah. Never leaves the country.
Yes, Paul.
And he's got no health insurance. The guy has got to be totally barking mad. I don't want to be in a situation where I feel ill and I've got to go back to the UK or Spain and grovel because I'm not entitled to health insurance in the UK or Spain anymore because I've been out of the country too long. So you've got to go back and say, I'm on death's door. Can you treat me?
Yeah.
And that's the thing for Paul as well. If I'm out of Australia for more than 5 years, I lose access to Medicare straight away. So with Medicare is your NHS, Tom. It's I pay 1% of my income tax every year, so I can go into a public hospital and wait for 18 days to see a doctor.
Right.
It's like you only pay $100 a year.
yeah. Thanks. Again, Paul, you need to look at it. You're at an age where you're pushing retirement, and the Australian government, because there's been a change federally, they're mucking around with your. I will never qualify for a pension, but you may or may not, and that's up to you. But have a look at it because if you're out of the country, if you're out of Australia for, I think it's around 180 or 185 days, you start to lose some of the benefits to your super. I know a bloke, Andy, who's Andy Stubbs. He came over to visit last year. He was on a 3-month tour, a 2-month tour. And he lost some of his entitlements on his pension. So the Australian government don't want to pay you if you're not in Australia.
Yeah, I've seen that before on the guy that bums around with Johnny something. They were saying because of COVID he couldn't get back home to Australia, and they reduced his pension. And I was like, ain't that some bullshit? He's done.
But they wouldn't let him back in the country. That guy, they would not let him back in the country. He wanted to go home, but they wouldn't let him back.
Oh, that's a shame too. So.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
These countries are just these governments are just totally fucking corrupt.
Yeah, I've been paying tax for over 35 years, 36 years. I've been paying tax for.
Yeah,
and I'm continuing to pay tax. and just to think that just because I decide to reside in another country, but there is ways around it. So I still own property in Australia, and if I own property in Australia, I'm always going to be classified as a resident of Australia because I have a fixed address and I own property. So
you know, but we talk about this all the time, and I say the same thing. When we get into the visa discussion, insurance, bank accounts, or which type bank to use, you could really argue it all day to the cows come home, back and forth, because a lot of times you have to, what your answer is dependent on is the person and their situation. So when y'all ask us a generalized question on, should I get up and, go to the bar today? Well, that depends. How you feeling? Are you feeling good? Do you, this or that? So, when a lot of the people in the chat, y'all ask some of these, which we call generalized questions, we're trying to give you a generalized answer and not lie to you at the same time. But a lot of it is going to depend. That's why we always do follow-up questions on, well, what's your situation? How old are you? What's this? Do you like doing this? Because it's like, where are you going to live in Thailand?
Your ears burning, Robert. Your ears burning. Good morning.
See, Robert here. Robert's like a visa expert because he's been here for about 34 years, I think.
He's been here since he's been coming here since 1972 or something. He told me.
Robert, we're talking about visas again. That's Robert and I's favorite subject to argue over.
But it's not a bad subject to discuss. So we're always up for discussing it because it is interesting, and the rules are always changing. Like somebody come on and said, "I'll get 30 days." No, you get 45 now. It's the rules do change.
Robert's the bloke to ask. Paul, if you've got a question, Robert is more than happy. If he hasn't got an answer, then he knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
But at the same time, Robert's been processing, like we said, he's been processing his own visa for years. So he's got the system down, stuff like that. For some people coming over here and pulling a visa, that's just, they don't want the headaches. They don't care. They would much rather spend the 30,000 baht, which Robert calls them morons for doing, than to have to go deal with the agents. But again, it's like, when you go to the temple up there in Chiang Rai, you can take the steps or you can take the escalator up. If you wanted to journey and see the little snake and stone and stuff like that and get a good view, well, by all means, walk up the steps. I paid the 100 baht and took that little railway tram that carried my fat ass up the side of the mountain because I was lazy, Mitch, you took that one going up. You know what I'm talking about when you're up in Chiang Mai at the temple in the mountain. I forget the name of it.
No, actually, I humped it, brother.
You humped it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So anyways, well, I'm getting out of here this time. I'm being serious. So y'all
Me
have
too.
a
I
good
gotta
night.
go too. I got to go. You okay,
Later,
Tom?
everyone. Goodbye.
No.
Oh, you are? Oh boy, later. Bye. Yeah. See ya.
Yeah. I don't like making you feel guilty. Yeah, go on.
Huh?
Yeah, so we've got to meet up next Saturday anyway. So next Saturday we've got to meet up at the restaurants 19.
If I'm not there, best wishes. Everybody enjoy.
You better be there because you're hosting it.
Oh, am I? Shit, how did I get roped into that?
Yeah, for the insurance, I use AA insurance brokers. I pay about $500 a year, and I've got that on a subscription.
Hey, Ryan.
But you've got to get that subscription before you're 60. And basically, as long as you don't claim, the subscription stays the same every year. And I've got it before I come to Thailand.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. What you just destroyed what was a perfectly great live stream.
AA insurance brokers.
Yeah.
Yeah, put the link up here,
Yeah,
Tom.
bring Ken on.
Because there's other people watching.
What's the link? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on,
I'm not sure if you want the link
on.
for the insurance or the
Cheers,
chat.
Paul. Cheers, Paul.
Paul leaving. Good night, Paul.
Good night, Paul.
Cheers, Paul. Thanks for coming by.
Fellow Aussie.
Had quite a few new people tonight.
I'll hover. Tom, I can see the tier, and Tom's eyes set up for leaving.
Nah, I
He's like,
think we'll
"Oh
go
shit,
soon anyway.
I got to deal with reality now."
I think Mark's going to get dragged to the bedroom any moment.
She's wandered up. She'll take.
She's probably doing her housework.
She'll be in there. Yeah, there's a load of washing I took up there for her to iron.
You should have left it for Tuesday.
And she'll have a shower. That'll go on for an hour and a half. We drained Robert's reserve tanks while she was in the shower. Sorry about that, Rob.
It's lucky Anna don't go, Lillian, because Anna's terrible. Anna's in the shower for like 2 hours.
Then the day cream comes off and the night cream goes off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, day cream off, night cream on. Hello, Alaska, David.
Hello, Alaska. Just found this, so we'll have to watch on replay. What time is it, David Otness from Alaska?
No, we're hanging around for a bit anyway. So, have you got a channel, David?
Yeah. What? What time is it? Are they Pacific time?
Alaska.
Yeah, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning there, isn't it? No.
7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 7 in the morning, maybe. I'm guessing. Help me out here, David. What time is it? Where you're from? Where you're at? 06. Okay. So
Not bad. Not bad, Mitch. Not bad.
Yeah. It's been a while. What part of Alaska, if you don't mind me asking?
The cold part. That's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I've spent a lot of time in Alaska, and my sister lived up there at various places.
Bloody hell. Richard got up early then. Richard was up really early.
Yeah.
So we're meeting up on Tuesday.
Yeah,
meeting up on Saturday.
0700. I should be getting my stateside call here pretty soon.
All right. Yeah, well, I'll go pretty shortly as well, I suppose.
Prince William Sound.
Well, how much longer are you here for, Mark? How much longer? You got about 10 days left.
Less.
Fucking beautiful country, man. Alaska's got some just gorgeous country. Great fishing.
Sunday week.
A week today.
Week today. Back to the grind.
Man.
Back to the grind.
No, but you've had a great time, haven't you? Because you've been here like a tourist this time, haven't you? You've gone on holiday to Summit and
yeah.
Paul was there. Was Paul at the resort?
Yeah, stayed. Didn't stay at Paul's, but had breakfast with Paul and had dinner with Paul and a few beers with Paul. So
yeah, he's a good guy, isn't he?
He is a good guy.
He's fully booked.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map. My sister had a place in Soldotna for a number of years, Wasilla, Anchorage.
Prince William
I like
Sound.
Alaska. I do.
I don't think I'd like it this time of year.
Been fishing, did work in Prudhoe Bay, did work on Kodiak, did work in Anchorage.
I think I'll be dead in 10
fishing out of
minutes.
Seward. Yeah.
So what do you think then, David? If somebody doesn't own a pair of shoes and a pair of trainers and a pair of socks, a pair of trousers, a jumper or a jacket, do you think I'd survive in Alaska? I've got my best shirt on tonight.
I've got
Your
my
wife washed it for me. Have you enjoyed your stay though, Mark? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So we went down and spent a day and a night with Robert and his lovely wife, and they took us on a bit of a tour around some of their friends, and I got to meet some of their friends, and we had a really great night. I don't know, what time did we go to bed? 2 a.m. in the morning or something. Wow. I couldn't finish my last Chang.
You couldn't finish it?
No, it was about that big.
72 years. Wow. Right on.
Couldn't finish it.
In Alaska, 72 years. Wow.
Yeah, Cement's a nice little island.
So is that 24 hours darkness there that time of year or this time of year?
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Great
What
night.
month is it? Oh, it's New Year's. It's January. Yeah. Winter's cold and long.
Yeah. But your friend Mark, you would have saw up in North
Prospecting, man. I've always wanted to do
the
that.
guy who had the problem with his visa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like to do some
with his wife. His wife got fined.
Yeah.
Did he go down and report his address in the first place or not?
Yeah. So he did that. He's a bit strange, but yeah, it was a bit.
I hope he's not watching.
What?
No, because it's like guys talking in a pub. He just come out with something that was quite funny. You know, so he's a bit strange.
Well, no, he would have had to. He's on the same visa as me, and he would have had to. I think it's a requirement. You've got to have your proof of identity. He's got a Thai license, so he would have had to have gone and done that.
Yeah,
he's got one more thing than I have. I still haven't got a bloody driver's license here in this country.
I know, but all you got to do is, Mark, when you come back here eventually, like the end of next year or after March next year.
This year. Oh yeah, probably March 2020.
Yeah, I know, but your contract's going to go to about March 24, isn't it?
Well, contract officially ends in December of this year.
Okay, but you're going to stay there to March for your bonus.
Yeah.
So, which I don't blame you. I'll do the same.
I'm going to lock myself in the dunny, and I'm not coming out till March.
Yeah.
They can't sack me if they can't find me.
Well, the thing is, Mark, you might be able to come back here and just work remotely for 3 months.
Oh, bugger that, mate. I want to be like Robert. Work's a dirty word. Once I leave, that's it. I said that the first time, but
you can't hear me. You can't hear me, Mitch. No.
Hearing and understanding are two different things.
Oh, sorry.
I have two earpieces, but it pipes into one because the other ear is dead.
Yeah. Sorry about that, my friend. I'll
I
slow
left
down.
yours just
It's because I'm talking.
Girlfriend.
As soon as Mark comes on the stream, I just go into normal English because the Australians and the English understand each other.
Yeah. I wish I could adjust. I wish I had like an equalizer or something I could play with.
I suppose me and Mark are quite privileged because we understand everybody.
So you could learn Australian, but you understand. If I said to you like 2 chooks in a chaff bag, you'd know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I understand. You've taught me a lot of stuff.
So when someone says to you, how are they hanging, you reply like 2 chooks in a chaff bag.
What can I do on this damn computer with my audio control? I need to crank up the treble. These headphones are too much bass. And
well, I'm going to have to buy a new office chair. My office chair's broken.
Really?
Well, I've been looking at that one in Tutcom. It's only 16,000 baht. I think I deserve it.
And it's broken?
No, I bought one 2 years ago, but I've just managed to break it.
All the dirty words.
Yeah.
No, Mitch taught me some.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah.
I think
it's going to be a lively year next year anyway. So
I think it is.
This year's gone so quick again. It's just like crazy.
It's last year for everybody else.
Change system sounds.
No. Which ones? All of them. I'm an Australian, and we are a very pious people. We don't cuss, we don't swear, we say our manners, and we pride ourselves on being pillars of society.
And their cheaters are fit.
And and we win at cricket, Australian rules football, and some bullshit game that Robert follows up.
Beach volleyball?
I don't know, where they get something and they throw it behind them. Why would you do that? Why would you throw stuff behind you?
Rugby.
I don't know.
Absolutely, Paddy will have a low season. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, the Reds will come down. The Reds are crazy at the moment.
Historically, it's been high and low forever.
Yeah.
I don't see why it would change.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be leaving, as you say, like people like Mark are going back next week. You're going back on the 8th, yeah? I said to Ryan, a lot of people will be gone by the 9th because
when's the
people got to go back to work.
official low season, Tom? You've been
Sorry?
here. When do they officially call it the low season?
Well, they say it's in the February, but myself personally, I think it's like.
Is it? I thought it was later than that. But...
Doesn't it coincide with North America and Europe winters? Everyone gets their 2 weeks off, so they all flock over here. And then when their holidays are over, they all go back to work. And then
low season lasts from July to October.
Okay.
Really?
The hot season, March to June. So a lot of people bail March because of the
March to June. I would definitely say are the worst times to be.
Condo, right? If you're going to long term, you want to get a decent rate. June, July. Right now, they're just.
Yeah, Jay, I did watch the game. I was gutted that
bending people over,
lost.
Man. 15,000 baht for a 29 square meter.
Well, these new apartments are so small. It's just crazy. I just wouldn't buy a new apartment because they're too small. There's no value in them.
Yeah. I'm not going to buy anything. Not knocking anybody that does.
Look, in the day, people buy what they want to buy, and that's the end of it.
Thank you, Robert.
Like where I live, not everybody want to live where I live. I totally understand that. I totally understand it. But for me, I'm really happy here.
High season finishes 3rd week in February. Then
it'd be better if I could buy next door. Though. If I buy next door and put an hole in the wall, it'd be great. It'd give me another 55 square meters.
Fatal Shore. I have to look that up. Fatal Shore book. Oh, doggone it.
Yeah, the third week of February, Robert says.
Officially, yeah. Yeah, you guys can read that. Let me look that book up.
Still seeing nice condos in John Tiem for 8,000. Yeah, you will see them, Jay. But the trouble is, when you come to try and rent them, they're not available.
There's oodles of them. No, I looked at a couple last week.
Oh, did you? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was over Arcadia.
Yep. See you later on,
Take
Aaron.
care, Aaron.
Cheers, Aaron.
I saw a very nice condo last week, but it was 80,000 a month.
I need a full size or almost full size refrigerator.
Yeah.
I really, really, really want a washing machine in the room, even though it's cheap to have your stuff done. But when I come home from a night out or something, I'll just take my shit off and throw it in the washing machine and hit the go button.
Yeah.
And hang it up. Not even think about it. Yeah, Laguna Beach, that's a nice one too. Yeah, it's good that Fern's back into that.
Who's doing that, Fern?
Exactly, Robert. I need room. I need room.
Yeah, where does Daz stay? What's that block called where Daz stays? That's nice.
I'm just about to go pick my 42-foot motor sailor in Tacoma. Wow.
You looking forward to going back to work, Mark?
No.
It's got to be done, though, and it's only a few years, mate.
Well, I came here with 2 suitcases. Now I got a freaking condo full of shit, and I'm upset with myself.
You're a hoarder. You're in Australia. We have a bird called the lyrebird or a bowerbird. I think they're 2 separate birds actually, but they just run around collecting shit off the bush floor and then just building great big piles of
Ken, is that a 1 year, Ken? That Laguna? I'm gonna go up to Facebook Marketplace right now.
Oh, what's this? So David's saying he's got is that a motorhome, a 42-foot motor sailor? Is that a boat? I take it.
Is it a boat? I don't know. Motor sailor, you'd think it is. 3 months, he's saying, Mitch.
Sorry, 3 months. Okay, 3 months. Thank you. Is that Laguna Beach? Which one? 1, 2, 14, 28. 1 or 2, the Maldives.
It's a boat, that is.
Oh wait, yeah, you don't have to be. Don't be specific. Never mind. Don't tell me. Don't tell me, because the hundreds of people that are recording this right now dox you. Yeah, I was just at Laguna
Well, if
Beach
they're
One
watching, good luck to them, you know.
last week. Arcadia last week. Yeah, I'm looking for a place. I'm in a place right now, but I want to get a different one. Just a different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can only
Yes.
pack so much shit. Exactly.
It's not easy, you know. It's when you make that initial move to come over here, Mark's lucky really because he's come over and done the move, and now he's just going back and doing this contract work. So
2 year.
yeah, but it's 2 years of contract work. But you've already done the
Yeah, it
hard
is.
bit, Mark. So when you
This
come
is a
back,
nice
you're not
property.
going to have to. Your first year back here is not going to be
Sure.
an expensive year, is it?
No.
Very well maintained, Jay.
You know?
It is.
Because you're just going to come back to normal life, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, when you come back, it must just feel like being at home, isn't it? Surely.
It is my home.
Yeah.
It is home.
I'm looking right now. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
because you're
5,000 baht.
yeah. How much?
Laguna Beach, Maldives. 6th floor.
Maldives. Well, Maldives, that's off of bloody India, isn't it?
No. I'm talking about Pattaya.
I'm
That's
thinking
the name of
that's a hell of a way to come for a beer all the way from the Maldives.
Yeah, it is. You'd be late. Yeah, this one right here, 5,000 baht. 27 square meter, floor 6. Literally, that's all a guy needs, right? It's got a bed.
Don't get a dog.
Actually, I want a dog. I do. I would like to have
28 square meters is like living in a fucking bird cage.
My one that was down the road was 52. Oh, you never went in there.
Yeah, but there's still a big difference between 52 and 28.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll
Well, you and I met a friend of ours.
yeah.
Without mentioning anybody, and that was probably 30. I think that was a 30.
Is he a minimalist?
He's a part-timer. Comes
Right, okay.
for a few months, goes back.
Oh, right, okay. So that's 28, is it? Is it okay?
Yeah, that was right around 30 square meters.
Yeah,
That one.
but that guy, he's got his life, he's got his shit sorted, hasn't he? Because he comes over here. He doesn't really date women or anything. He just has a laugh and a joke, and he's a great guy.
Has a good time. Travels around, etc.
Yeah.
Here's another one, 6,500, 1 bed, 1 bath, 44 square meters. This is at Laguna Beach Resort 1. Pretty comparable. I'll just scroll through it real quick. Because even if they don't have a wash machine in it, you can get one on the balcony as long as they got, shore power and shit. Right?
I might call it quits.
But here, this condo, 44 square meter condo, has a fucking, I'm sorry, my language, a fucking refrigerator the size of what you have in a little hotel room. Come on, how can you live like that?
Can't.
Dude, I can't.
Mark,
I got bottles of water in my fridge. I got milk in there.
I'll be going soon as well. So.
You know what I mean? I got to have some room. At least one of them narrow ones.
Am I going to see you for lunch, Mitch, on Tuesday?
Yes.
Yeah, you might.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Might.
I don't mind
Maybe.
being small, but I like to have, like when I lay shit out to cook, I don't want to have to fight for real estate, right?
Mm.
My last place, decent condo, I could have a cutting board and cut shit up, but then I couldn't put a pot on the stove at the same time. It's just how crappy laid out.
Yeah.
One of my peeves about Thailand and the way they
Robert Groves has got 512 square meters, but then his outside's got 4 rye.
That 512 is his master bedroom.
See that? It's beautiful. Watch that build. Jesus.
I said to Robert, "How many bedrooms you got?" He said, "I don't know. I've never counted them."
Fridge is nice.
You know, he wouldn't have a clue how many bedrooms he's got. He tried to turn the air conditioning on in one of the guest bedrooms. It took him 50 minutes to go backwards. Is this circuit? No. Is this one? No.
Nice. Like a large fridge and a wash machine. Shit, Chuck has 4 fridges at his place. Joe's got
Really?
2 big ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah,
2 of
yeah.
them are just for. I bet 2 are chucked just for beer.
Yeah, in fact, the one that's in the the Sunday Funday room,
Yep.
that's like a proper beer cooler, like you see it with the glass open.
Yeah.
Ah,
So you
cool.
can see what you're grabbing.
Yeah.
What do you got? Oh yeah, I'll have that.
Well, he's got a good life there. He's got a good life there. You know, he's because it's just
Yeah,
a
yeah,
base
it's
for
nice.
him because he's always traveling, isn't he? He's always traveling.
It is a base, and that place is big. I mean, it's big. That room, the room upstairs that I stay in, across from where he does his live stream, it's fucking bigger than this condo here.
Yeah.
All right.
So you think there's 7 bedrooms? That's pretty
I'll
funny.
speak to you tomorrow, Mark.
All right. Robert wouldn't have a clue. He's got no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Hey,
thinks he's got 7. He's got 7 bedrooms.
It's a cut lunch and a compass trip to go from one end of his house to the other.
Yeah.
He's got
Well,
no
Well,
idea.
the cellar's about the same size as most people's houses,
It's bigger than my house.
and that's the cellar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tommy's still
so you're
there.
saying Tuesday Tickle Bitties? Is that the plan?
Yes, 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Sweaty cup.
What did you say? 1,300?
12.
12.
Shit.
Damn,
All right.
Sorry, guys.
It's like brunch. You know what I mean? It's like a brunch thing.
All right. I'm knackered.
All
I've been working in the garden all day.
Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
actually, for all you trolls out there, technically I wasn't working because I'm not allowed to work. So I made my missus do all the work.
See you, Tim. I want to talk to you about your Evis later.
All right, guys.
We'll speak to you
Thank-
later.
Thanks for letting me on. See you both on Tuesday.
See you later on, Mark. Bye.
Meetups are fun, Ken. Meetups are a lot of fun, aren't they, Tom?
Oh, the meetups are, for us guys, we see each other all the time anyway because we're normally dining with each other like once, twice a week. But it's
I
good to
still
meet up with
enjoy
subscribers as well, isn't it? It's a subscriber.
Faces and names, like,
you've always
oh my
said it.
God, I've talked to you for years and I finally meet you. I love that shit.
Yeah, it's quite strange when you meet somebody and because they know you and you don't really know them because you only know them from the messages.
But it happened a lot at Nick's the other night.
Oh, I will believe it.
When I was there, Charlie came in. I said, Nick, get Charlie on. So they put him on the panel.
Like Jay Easy, who's on here.
Yeah.
Met him.
The Wombat.
And now we're like best friends, you know. It feels like we've known each other for years, really.
Mm-hmm.
And like met Robert with Mark. Lovely man, lovely wife.
Yeah.
Lovely
Robert's
home, lovely
great
car.
guy. Robert's really
Tim,
genuinely great.
met Tim and
See you, Robert. Take care,
Juan.
buddy.
They come down, lovely people. Tim come down in his Ranger, and you say he's got an Everest now.
Yeah, wasn't it? Didn't he get rid of that?
Yeah, I did hear that he swapped it over for an Everest.
Yeah.
Is that correct,
Yeah, David.
Tim?
Hoisted some cold ones. That's good. Or soda water, whatever. Coffee.
Yeah.
Just nice hanging out with like normal people. You know, just people. Getting to know them.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, anyway, it's not about, you're not even talking about YouTube. You just talk about other stuff, aren't you? Because most of them are looking to come and live over here.
Yeah, where they're from, what they're thinking,
Yeah, what
the other thing is the network of people.
Oh, yeah.
You got a question about visas or traffic tickets or licensing or where did you find such and such? What store did you find?
Well, the good thing is we don't actually charge any money for the help. You know what I mean? So we help all these people.
Yeah, how do you transfer your money? What kind of luck have you had? And staying safe, and I mean, just you name it. Chiropractor. I messaged Fern and said, "Hey, I need to see your chiropractor, and because I need to get crunched, So boom, she's here. This is the place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
stuff like that. It saves your leg work, right? I'm lazy.
Oh yeah, like, I'm quite sure when Jay Easter's here, I'll be seeing a lot of him,
Jay.
because
me too, Jason. Yeah,
because we better do other stuff together. I've set up that Discord, like you said, but I don't know how to use it. So
See, talking about that, wanting to meet up with people. I was on a stream yesterday. I'm not going to say whose, but
Yeah,
it's pretty obvious if I was there. But
we've
guy
been
was
on a lot.
was threatening to kick my ass, but not by saying it that way,
I know, but the thing is, Mitch, when they come to meet you and they see the size of you,
Guys, man, I've had my ass kicked by the littlest fucking guy.
No, I'm not saying that, though, Mitch.
Don't
But
matter.
When you're that size, it does make people think.
Oh no, yeah, I mean, forget about the size, but I understand what you're saying. But I'm just saying that. I mean, why?
All I know is when me, you, Robert Mack walk into a restaurant, the bar staff look at us and think, "For fuck's sake, is that the mafia coming?"
How are we going to feed them? Well, I look short compared to you guys.
Well, even Jay East is 6. I think Jay East is 6 foot.
I'm 5'11" and a half on a good day.
Yeah, you look like 6 foot to me. Tim's
if I was any shorter, I'd be perfectly round.
Robert's a big man as well. Robert's a 6 foot man as well. I think Robert's
big man, big tall man.
Yeah, he's big tall man.
Yeah.
Robert's the biggest out of all of us. He's just the mountain. I think he's about 6'6", is he? Robert?
Yeah, he's got to have a
He was 6'8", wasn't he? At one stage,
he can't get around on a little PCX.
He
can, but his knees hit the freaking handlebar.
I think I'm up to about 136 kilos, and
well, if I was 101 kilograms, I'd look like I was
196 centimeters.
I'd look like I've been lost in the desert.
Yeah, but the trouble is, if I go down to 105, a lot of Biafran.
6 foot. That's funny. I don't remember how tall you were, really. We sat a lot out there at the front table at the Wombat.
Who's that?
Jay.
Oh, Jay. Yeah, it's 6'2".
Tommy,
yeah,
6'4", but skinny. Yeah, you are tall, Tommy. That's all right.
I've never met Tommy, so I'm looking forward to meeting him. He deserves a
him
holiday.
video.
Yeah, I saw him with Robert Mack.
And
he's
Chuck.
And I saw him on the Christmas photographs as well because he was towering over everybody else. I've done those music videos I'm doing. I've done a music video for Tommy J. Sent it to him. Posted it on his Facebook. It's a really good video, though. How you doing, E.T.?
E.T., hello.
Yeah.
6'10".
I know E.T. I know. Yeah, E.T.'s very, very anti crypto. So if you go look at my financial one for my financial performance for 2022 and my forecast for 2023, I think you'll enjoy that.
I watched it. I didn't comment.
Nah,
I watched
you don't
it.
have to comment.
I'll comment. So let's see. It's Sunday night.
I know, but the thing is, though, Mitch, when I was doing those figures, like how those shares were performing across the year, you never get fucking these financial programs saying, "Well, Tesla's down 65% for the year," do they? They don't say it, do they? Like when you looked at that chart of all the shares down, that was quite horrifying for me. That was horrifying. That was. I can't, that's people's pensions. I won't get no joy out of doing those figures, I tell you. E.T., I'm broke. He's now broke. Yeah, well, I think there's gonna be a lot of broke people last year. I think there's gonna be even more this year.
So what did I was just looking at this. Low season lasts from July to October, hot season March to June, rainy season.
You solo tonight, Mitch? I should have got my wife to get me a drink when she went past. That's what I was
going to do. Going to Maps, Google Maps. I'm looking for a particular building I was in the other day, and I forgot the name of it. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to go to Sear and see number 3. Yeah, I looked at one yesterday. Was in a building yesterday, and with a friend of mine showed me his place, and I really like that building. Be nice if one of them opened up, Tom.
Yeah. Is that near? Yeah, it's nearby, isn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's really nice
it's
that
near
block.
here. I do like the neighborhood. I do like
Oh,
the
that
neighborhood.
neighbourhood you're in and about. It's a
I
big
mean, I can just
neighbourhood anyway.
walk. I can walk to food,
Yeah. But
whatever, and then
to
little
Mitch, it's where the
7-Eleven,
sensible
Family
people live.
Mart.
There's a lot of sensible people live where you live.
The quieter. But
Yeah.
then if I want to go Central Patio, I just jump over the hill.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Well done, Ken. The gold will always preserve your spending power.
Yeah,
Always.
it's predictable. I like it.
Yeah. 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 So it was. Yeah, it was good fun going on Richard's channel yesterday.
I got there very, 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 very late, like 15 minutes to the end.
Well, me and Ryan were quite flat, really, because we was both tired, I think. It's been quite tiring the last few weeks because, yesterday, Mitch, when I left you, it took me an hour and a half to get home because of traffic.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's a
I
nice
think it's
building.
outrageous the Chinese getting out of their cage. I think they should be kept firmly in their fucking cage for 20 years at least after they inflicted the Wuhan on us all.
Yeah, jeez.
And that's nothing against the Chinese people, but the Chinese Communist Party are complete bastards.
Porchland 2. That's down Jom Tien Way, Jom Tien Beach. I'm talking to myself, sorry.
That's right.
Go to the map.
Yeah, Ken's saying he's into gold. I don't blame him. Yeah, I mean, I'm as you probably know, Ken, already. I'm firmly into gold. So, gold and platinum, my plays are.
Have tomorrow this Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's on the other side.
I think next year in the stock market it's going to be horrendous. I think we're for another bad year in the stock market.
Let me go back to the chat. We were talking about was it Ken? Did Fern? Yeah, Fern helped you out. Do you have a motorcycle or motorbike or transportation at this point? That's a question to Ken.
Well, Fern's just a good person, isn't she? So she's a really good person.
Lovely lady. Yeah, I
she's
really like her.
She's so kind.
Yeah. I haven't met her husband yet. We almost got a place like
he's French,
very near her. Like 100 meters from her. We were looking at a 3-bedroom pool villa. A private home for rent.
Yep. He's on the dark side.
Yeah, it was on the dark side. So I opted out though because yeah, get a motorcycle. Good idea. And then but it takes 30 to 40 minutes depending on where you're at to get to all the stuff that we do, right?
Yep.
But I suppose if I had a house, I'd have a garden and I'd have stuff like that going on. So I don't know. I'm just not ready for the dark side yet.
The thing is,
I can walk to get everything I want.
I think where our friend lives and where you're looking, if I could get a permanent long-term stay there, if it was just me and my wife, I think I would live there like just permanently.
Yeah, if I could get one of those, I would dump my other two, right? Follow me?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. And just stay there permanently.
It's ideal for me.
What I like about it is secure, close to the beach, close to everything else. It's got to be good,
Yeah, it's good size. For me, well, the value's there. I mean, there's a couple of them for sale in there, but I'm not ready to buy yet. Yeah, a friend of mine that was over, she does real estate.
Yeah.
And she's all licensed to do all that crap and stuff, but I don't. Anyway, I'm just babbling because I'm tired.
No. I understand where you're coming from. You're not babbling at all. It's, living, and finding places to live are really, really important. They're really. It's so important you find somewhere good to live.
Yeah, I mean, I'm retired, right? So I have time. Why should I worry about an extra 10 or 15 minutes on an excursion? But it's funny. It's like, it seems I'm more precious with my time.
I think the Pratanak area is the prime location to live if you've got no children.
Yeah.
If you've got
There's
no
kids
children,
in my building, and where I'm at here is families here.
Yeah, having your kids, like me, where I've got Anna, I've got to be near to the schools, and obviously
that's what I would.
I can't have Anna near an entertainment area either, because my life would be murder, and she would be worse than what she is already.
That's funny. Yeah, I understand.
Because we'd be out in a bar, Mitch, and I'd be saying, right, I'm going to go home, and she'd be going, let's stay.
Yeah. When we were traveling, when I was married and we brought our kids with us, the dive shop was on Soyamato, so it's an entertainment area, and so, but it was temporary. It didn't matter,
Yeah.
But all full time, that'd be a different story.
Yeah. A condo will be a big change for me.
All that good stuff.
This is interesting from Ken. Ken's saying a condo will be a big change for me. 1,500 square meter house.
It is, and it is.
Yeah.
It's a massive change.
But you need to embrace it, Ken. And what you need to do is sell off everything you can. Is he coming here permanently? He wants to come here permanently, does he?
Yeah, I did. I got rid of everything. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
It took me about 5 years to muck out. Let's just say it that way. I started getting rid of things that I knew I didn't need, and then towards the end of the last 6-8 months, I just ramped it up, sold everything or gave everything away.
Yeah, I took five complete big sacks, like 5 suitcases.
Yeah, it is nice.
Of clothes to the charity shop.
It is nice, Jason. I like it.
Where is it? Where is it, Mitch?
It's down, head towards La España.
Yep.
On the
second road.
Southwest.
On the second road, going towards España.
East side of second road. The opposite side of Riviera side of the road.
Oh, it's on there. It's over there, is it? It's near Daz's, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, let's call it that. Yeah, exactly. Let me go back to my map.
Yep. Is that where you don't really know Mark, do you?
Who, what?
There's another guy who comes to the dining club. His name's Mark, but he doesn't come that often. He's a really nice guy. He's in Koh Samui, Koh Chang. Really nice guy,
Yeah, let's see.
I'm sure he lives. I'm sure that's where he lives around that area. Yeah, not far from John T.M. Night Market. That's the one. Yeah, it's a really nice area. That is, Jay. They don't get flooding there either.
Yeah. It's not far at all.
Yep, and they don't get flooding.
How come I can't?
That's the thing you got to be careful of. You got underground car parking, whether it floods, because when it rains here, it can bloody fall out of the sky.
So it is. It's quiet, and I haven't been over there at night, to be honest with you, but I'm sure there's all kinds of little.
Yeah, there's soup. But the thing for you, Jay, there's
soup deals and all them kind of things that crop up in the area.
Soup and rice deals, and there's a Lotus, a 7-Eleven. It's got everything there, really.
The map.
But you're only 2 minutes from the night market.
Man, it's just an amazing. That whole place is just pool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and my friend Mark, my
there's
friend
some
Mark,
nice
who was here.
villas out there too.
He
Look
loved
at
it
that.
there. He actually loved it there.
Oh, there's some
You
serious
got that
villas out
bungee
there.
jumping place out there as well, Mitch, shouldn't you? That way as well.
Huh? What? Say that
The
again.
bungee jumping.
Oh, is it out there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, where's it at here?
Yeah. Yeah. So have you just stayed in today, Mitch? You haven't got out? You've been in all day, or?
No, we hung out at the pool. I had company last night.
Yep.
Three people stayed over.
Nice.
Yeah, just guess, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 suitcases. There you go.
Yeah, that's what you want. And even the 2 suitcases, you'll end up getting that down to 1 because you don't need
Yeah,
clothes
but now I've
here.
grown back up again. And I just bought 2 pairs of shorts the other day.
Yes. I'll pick my shirt up on Friday.
There you go. Yeah.
Can you believe that other bastard was trying to charge us $1,500 for a shirt?
Yeah,
Fucking idiot.
I didn't mind paying $2,500 for his.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're custom.
What, for a shirt?
For one shirt.
Was it a YouTube shirt or a normal shirt?
Normal shirt.
Fucking hell.
Tommy, yeah, Pratum knock and don't want a car or motorbike. Yeah, it's just a.
Yeah.
Where I'm at here, it's just a. Let's not exaggerate it. 10-minute walk. 8 to 10-minute walk to catch a bot bus that'll take me all the way to like the far end of Jomtien Beach, south end, all the way down there. You know what I mean? Or go the other direction, and it'll take me to Pattaya. So, but there's all kinds of. I've taken a motorcycle taxi before, but good Lord, that's scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Really? Blacksmith hammers, huh? Right on. That's cool. Another hobby I wanted to get into. Are you frozen, Tom, or are you just like staring off into space?
No, I'm looking at other screens.
You're like,
no,
my fucking.
I was watching I had a football. My football team from the UK were playing, the soccer team, you know. But
yeah,
I don't even watch it, you know, because it's like a fucking game for faggots.
Oh, that's right. I remember you mentioning that the other day. Yeah, yeah, farrier and a blacksmith.
Yeah, if you like lady boys, watch soccer.
Yeah, I've bowled to save my ass a few times. I've gone out with absolutely no intentions of having any alcohol or anything like that, and then it's like, oh, I've had a few beers.
You want edibles again, Tom? No.
Yeah.
No, I've been barred.
The other night, I was down by, let's say the A7 on Beach Road, though, and it took 25 minutes to get a bolt.
Really?
At 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, but if you're living in Pratanack, Tommy, if you're living in Pratanack area, you can just stay there. You don't need to go to John TM. You don't need to go to John TM. You don't need to go to Pattaya. It's got everything there.
But I meet people. Hey, we're in town, and here we are. And
but you don't go that often, though, do you? To Pattaya, Mitch? Do you? Well, you go about 3 times a week.
Yeah, I'd say 3 times a week, but not in the evening.
Yeah.
You know, like when I first got here, Nick was doing his Sunday roast, right? So
yeah,
Sundays we'd go for lunch down to I can't even remember the name of Susie's or something. I forget what the hell that was.
Yeah, that was in off of Soy Cow, wasn't it?
Yeah. We'd go there, and then Wednesdays Brian would have his meetup.
Yes.
A lunchtime meetup, and that would be, he would bounce it around like La Pub or other places, and Witherspoons. we'd kind of share the wealth, right? Spread the wealth around.
Yeah. Is
You
do
get
you
8,
speak
10,
to
12 people going places. It definitely doesn't hurt a business.
no, especially in the quiet season because it's
Yeah,
I
Bolt's
say
crazy, man. It's like sometimes I'm like punching it, yeah, confirm, and it's like shit, they're already there.
well sometimes
Haven't
there's been a couple of times I've been in a wombat. I didn't mean to drink, but I end up drinking. I don't drink and drive, so I just jumped in a Bolt. And I think you know where I live,
Yep.
Jay, and you know where I live, Mitch. It was 450 baht in a for a Bolt. 450 baht at home.
That's a hell of a haul. Good, not a bad price at all.
No, because I do that in petrol in my car.
Yeah, I mean, well, and you didn't kill yourself or anybody else drinking.
No,
driving.
No. So if I have marijuana, or I drink, then I don't drive at all.
I just
I
don't
won't even have one puff of marijuana and drive because I'm just
did it too much when I was young, and the odds.
Yeah. When I lived in Spain, I used to drink and drive all day, and there was one event which really woke me up to it. I didn't have an accident or anything, but I parked the car. But it took me, and at that time in Tenerife, all the cars were white, and it took me 3 days to find my car. I didn't know where I fucking parked it.
That's funny. It is. It's crazy. I actually kind of feel guilty when it's only like 60 baht, 68 baht. Like from the Wombat to here is 60 baht, and I'm thinking,
Ken's a farrier. Can you see that,
huh?
Mitch? Can you see that?
What?
Ken's a farrier.
Yeah.
He's not a blacksmith.
The other day, yeah, we were talking about it on another stream. I forget where.
Fucking hell! I tell you, I love all that. That falls in fire.
Back home that do that, still do it in Eastern Washington.
My family used to be blacksmiths.
Ellensburg
in the 18th, 17th, and 16th century. They were blacksmiths. They were farriers.
I used Craigslist, J-Easy, and word of mouth.
What's that for?
Selling off your stuff. Yeah, when I put Craigslist ads up for free, and I did shitty. It was better having a number on it.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Jay.
I had a couple of garage sales, yard sales. Laid all the shit out in the driveway, and I'd like to go out to the polo riding club out there with. I'll go out there with Brian.
Is Brian coming Saturday, Mitch? Do you know?
Oh, I haven't messaged him.
Is his dad back? Is
yeah,
back?
Keith's back. Yeah, Keith's back.
Well,
I haven't
Keith
seen Keith.
Keith will definitely come. I have to message Keith.
You got his line?
Keith, I ain't got Keith's line.
I can't remember.
I can message him on his YouTube channel. Is he doing videos again?
New video from. New video from asshole. No, I'm just kidding. I've found myself going down YouTube Shorts rabbit hole. I mean, some of the stupidest stuff. Could you send me the weight loss stuff again? I have no idea. Can I lose weight?
You've lost a lot of weight since you got here, Mitch.
No, I've gained weight. We started doing these road trips and
the
I
fucking
can't
dining
remember
out.
anything, Ryan.
The dining out kills you.
Oh man, it's like, oh wait. Well, they eat Thai at home right all the time, so that when they go on the road trips, they want to. Did I? I don't remember, man. Did I have a something wrong with my brain here happening? I do not remember.
That must be a nice machine. That I still have Chevy
56 Chevy,
56.
do 1-ton dually. Holy smokes.
I don't know what that is.
Diabetes medication. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'll just pull that up real quick. It's called Ozempic. Oh, wait. I want to save that. I was looking up that book that somebody mentions.
I think what you get, Jay, you'll get a lot of vloggers who hang around together, and you get another lot of vloggers who hang around together, and another lot of vloggers hanging around together. But you normally end up hanging around with the people you want to be associated with, and the ones you don't want to be associated with. We don't really talk about them a lot, but we just don't hang around with them anymore. You just like fuck them off out of it.
Okay, let me get rid of some of this.
Anyone negative in your life, you got to get them out.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Jay is saying, I hope the new vloggers arrive in Barrow, don't embarrass the rest. But what happens is they come and they end up falling into little categories, and you hang around with the people you want to hang around with, don't you? You hang around with the same type of people as yourself, yeah?
Yeah, fat, ugly guys. Yep, that's what I hang out with.
Yeah, like-minded people.
Yeah, I've whittled it down, but you get the general idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to send it to you, or do you want me to send it to? I'll put it in line.
Yeah, he hasn't got diabetes, has he?
No, but it's a
What is it?
It's a Ozempic, the stuff that James takes. Brock takes it. It's yeah, I just sent it to you also, Ryan.
So what do you do? Inject yourself once a month?
I think bi-weekly or once a week. Yeah. Brock takes his once a week. I think James does his weekly too, I think.
Yeah, and as Ryan says, you get some loners as well. You get some loners as well.
I'm reading chats here, so I totally appetite suppressant, weight loss, and it helps. The stuff I've read about it also helps on the uptake of your insulin, your other stuff, the insulin that you take for diabetes. So it works.
And don't start a YouTube channel with food reviews. It doesn't help your weight.
Oh, a lot of clicks, a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah. But if I wasn't on here talking to you now, I would be watching Netflix or something else.
Yeah.
Because it's the evening and it's Sunday night, and
I
could be down at the A7 right now. Nick did his 5 o'clock stream, and then he does his member stream after that, and they're down there partying away. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I could have gone down there.
And the trouble is, Jay, I fucking just love food as well. I love food.
Yeah, you bet, Ryan.
And I love all types of food as well. I don't just like a lot of English, without being disrespectful to the English. A lot
or
of
watching expatstv.com, baby.
Yeah.
Everything you want to watch.
Yep. Everything you want to watch on there.
I concur, Tommy J. Some vloggers are an embarrassment. Makes many look bad. Yeah, it's funny. I was on a stream. I was waiting for my ride to get here. I'd called a Bolt, and so I said, I'll tune in, and so I tuned in, and shit, you're all gonna dox myself. He was sleeping. Okay, he'd been up all night, and he was sleeping, and his stream's still running. And I said, well, I'm gonna go find a construction site so I can watch some paint dry. This is more entertaining than watching this, right? And my God, I can't believe how offended people were by me saying that. I said it as me, Mr. Mitch, because that's what I do. Wherever I go, I'm that's it. I don't need other channels.
Ken, expatstv.com. If you go to the website, it's owned by Ryan. I'm not doxing you, am I, Ryan? And he does an IPTV service, which is excellent. I've got it playing in the background.
Yeah, James gets his from Bangkok Pattaya Hospital. So I know you can get it in Pattaya. I'm sure you just get a doctor to prescribe it. I'm sure you can get it at Fasino or wherever.
It's like 6,000 baht a month, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. Something like that. 6,000 or something.
If you get the
Depends
name
on
of it,
how many you take it. Like a person who's diabetic, they need to be taking it. I'm not a doctor. They need to take it once a week. The same thing with that Trulicity stuff, because it helps maintain the insulin uptake on your whatever. You can get by with just one insulin, but you're going to be injecting way. But my dad was diabetic, right? So I helped him with his diabetes all the time.
Yeah.
So I was always up on it.
Yeah, Ken, it's got like Netflix, all the movies, all the TV shows. It's got 7,000 channels. It's $100 a year.
6,000 bottom models do it the old-fashioned way. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't a friend of ours' mother? Isn't she doing that expat TV?
Yes. She's had no trouble with it, has she?
I haven't heard. All I've heard is from her.
I'm quite sure Joe would have let us know by now. I'm quite sure Joe would have let us know.
Yeah.
It's a good service.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah.
For $100 a year, it's you know, it's chump change, isn't it? So
yeah, I should probably do that and watch stuff on the TV. I mean, I got 2 big TVs in my condo, but I watch it on my tablet. Maybe.
Yeah, well, you can actually put that. You can actually put it onto your TV as well. If you've got a smart TV, if you've got a smart TV, you put it on the TV.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know if this is a smart TV or not. I'm sure it is. I don't know. I haven't turned it on since I moved in.
To be honest with you, anytime I turn it on is to watch live sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like Georgia was so fucking lucky. You don't watch football, no idea, but Georgia was so lucky today.
But I could take it with me, right?
Yeah, you can take it with you wherever you want. It works in the States, works anywhere in the world. Kevin, who was in there earlier on, Kevin from the UK, Kevin Sims, he's got it and he's in the UK.
There you go, 5 years up front. I've got Netflix and Amazon Prime from my friend in the States. I use her. You know,
Ryan, do you want to put up your email and he can contact you directly? Ken can. People just don't like going through websites, I think.
OSU gave an opportunity. Congrats to Georgia.
Yeah. I hate Georgia, so I just can't cheer them on that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So the Fatal Shore. Somebody mentioned
they lost by 1 point
today.
Fucking.
Well, I think it was David from Alaska mentioned that Fatal Shore.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Ken. If you email Ryan, he'll hook you up because I know he's still working on his website at the moment.
Ozempic. I'm going to get off of that. I'm going to go over here. Boom. Click that.
Yeah, Ken, if you email Ryan on that address, he will.
Let's see.
Yeah, right, he's got it. So he'll email you, Ryan. I've got it, Ryan. I've got it, Ken, and it's very, very good. I say I don't watch it all the time because I watch a lot of YouTube. So I watch a lot of financial stuff. But all the financial stuff I watch is not on mainstream media. It's all on YouTube.
I've been listening to audiobooks while I sleep.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. I have some wicked ass dreams. Jeez.
What books you listening to?
Oh, I've listened to Mutiny on
9.5
the Bounty.
weeks.
No. It's all. I don't give a crap what it's about as long as the voice, the narrator, the person doing it. Yeah, Fatal Shore. I'm right now. I'm on YouTube looking for that. The only one I can find now is a 28-minute one. That's not going to work for me. But I've listened to Mutiny on the Bounty, Huck Finn.
Yeah, I love the old classics.
What was the sci-fi one? Let me go to the history. Some crazy
2001: Space Odyssey.
I haven't. I probably have in the. Oh wait, actually, I saved some of them. I have a folder. Come on, what's it called? First Contact.
Yeah, if you need Mitch, if you need an audio book, Ryan will sort it out for you.
If what? If I need an audiobook?
Yeah, Ryan can get you every audio book you ever wanted.
Really? Right on. Yeah. Love it. Yeah.
He was what? Awesome. Did you start get taken down, Ryan? That site.
Now, okay, I've made jokes about this, and I told you guys this in person, but I've made jokes about this during the live stream. But if I wake up in the middle of the night and I don't have anything going, like an audiobook, I'll turn on one of Dave's old live streams.
Yeah. Why not?
Back home, I used to record the NASCAR races.
Yeah.
And I'd have that playing.
Yeah.
And I'd only wake up when like Daryl or one of the guys was saying, "Oh, trouble on turn 2," or trouble,
Yeah.
I'd wake up.
Yeah, I normally watch.
I'll give it some thought,
one
Ryan.
of Chocolate Man's live streams, like on record,
Uh-huh.
or I'll watch Chuck. But I don't sleep a lot anyway. My sleep pattern is totally.
There's another one I have. An engine room on a ship. No white noise, just the drone.
Ryan said, if you send him a list of books you want, he'll sort them out for you.
Yeah, I said I would. I'd give it some thought.
He gets them all because the audio books I've been listening to, like Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens. Because the reason why I like Charles Dickens because he wrote most of his books were written in and about London and actual places which I actually know. So I really enjoy reading his books.
Yeah. It's got the voice has got to do it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't like it when a person does multiple characters' voices.
I don't like that at all.
I mean, the same person doing. I just like.
Yeah.
I mean, they're talented and all that, but I've actually thought about doing audiobooks, reading them.
Well, you could do it because you got the voice, Mitch.
Do I? I think I got a squeaky voice when I listen to it. Like,
bullshit. You haven't got a squeaky voice, and you definitely haven't got a London accent like me. So,
fly me to the moon.
Fly me to the moon.
Shit, man, we were in Udantani, and I was standing up. The crowd was sitting down or hanging around, and some music was playing, and I started kind of chiding in and singing, and they're like, "Holy fuck, give him the microphone!" And I was like, "No, I ain't gonna sing it. It's some country western song."
Yeah,
I got to be. I sang a song once with TT at the Wombat.
Fuck me.
I'd been drinking. Pretty safe. No one was.
No doubt, TT had definitely been drinking.
Anyway,
TT's do it. We out of here?
It'd be 11 p.m. 11:20.
11:20.
18.
3 hours 20 minutes.
Holy smokes!
Just a short stream.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, guys, this week for all the extra subscribers I got as well. Unbelievable. James and Richard and James, they're not in the chat, but when I see them, I will thank them.
Yeah, why not? You want me to sing?
Go on.
When I think of you, I touch myself.
Right, I know where that is. I'll cut that off and
That's where
I'll
I'm
send that
headed,
to
Ryan.
Richard.
Man, it's right behind me. Back there.
No doubt Ryan's screenshot in that.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
I know that conversation earlier was being recorded. I'm going to hear about that.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll hear about it.
We didn't say anything. We didn't say anything bad though, Mitch, did we?
No, but when you mention anybody, they may take it the wrong way.
Yeah, but I don't. As I said to the guy, I don't know that guy. You know, I don't know him. You know, so
I know him from chat, and I know he's defended me quite a bunch.
Yeah.
On
I don't think we said anything out of turn, and in the end,
no, I didn't say anything. I wouldn't say
that guy apologized in the end. He apologized in the end. Whatever his name was, he apologized.
Oh, for bringing it up, you mean, or?
Yeah, he said, "I'm really sorry." He said, "I won't say no more."
Yeah,
because I think he realised that none of us knew the guy. We don't know him. You know, if I met him tomorrow, I wouldn't.
Bunch in chats, right, and on live streams.
Yeah,
we're both moderators on a couple of channels, and
yeah, well, he's quite famous because he's a moderator on Nick's, and I've seen him on.
He's got his own channel too, and a couple other guys that are on Nick's. He's on their channel too. But there's camps. I mean, it's always
Is he on Warren's channel or something? Is he on Warren's or?
I don't think so.
No, but I've seen him on. I think he was on. Oh, I can't remember. I don't know the guy. I really don't know the guy, and that's why I just thought it's unfair for somebody who doesn't normally come on our stream to come on here, start defaming somebody who, okay, like but the rest of us don't, and it's out. As I kept on saying, it's only one side of the story.
Yeah, well, it could. It's common. I mean, those questions come up all over these live streams because they all overlap, right? What happened to so and so? What happened to so and so? And it's like, oh, I didn't hear about it. And I mean, you just name somebody, and there's crap out there about them that recently happened, and someone wants to scuttlebutt. But then back up a little bit and just look at the United States, because that's where I'm from. How divisive our country is, how divided people are.
Yeah.
And it's, Jay-Z, just tell me to fuck off. Yeah, that's true. It works. But reality TV and all that crap, I never was into it.
Yeah.
And YouTube is like that. People talk shit, and because they want to be heard, or they want to be part of the pack, whatever.
Yeah.
And in reality, though, would you say that in front of your mother or your sister, right?
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say it against somebody I don't know. You know, I just don't.
Yeah, but it's
as I said, all I've ever heard about that guy via you is the man's a gentleman, and we all lose our temple, Mitch. We all lose our temple, Mitch. All of us.
We all what?
We all lose our temper occasionally. We all lose our temper.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. Yeah. But I watch, because I moderate a lot, right?
You watch a lot of channels.
Chat, so it's just toxic, right? It is just, I mean, I literally read every motherfucking comment, right?
I better hit the like button.
Oh, yeah, I thought I did already. Yeah, I did already. It's only 16 showing on my screen, but that could be different. But anyway, I read the comments, so it's like, God damn, what is in their head? What are they really thinking? Do they really want this guy to go?
Yeah. I will leave the stream up.
Boy, do they really want this guy to jump off a bridge? Do they really want this guy to jump off the building? I mean,
do they want this guy? Do they want this person to commit suicide
or fall off the wagon? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you name it. You know,
Yeah. As I say, Mitch, you know the guy more than me. If he gets in contact with you and he's got anything to say to me, that's fine. I ain't got a problem, because I never said anything bad about the guy. So
I understand that it's entertainment for people. They tune in from wherever they're at in the world, and they're in there for 20 minutes or something, and then they go to work or whatever. And I don't know.
You got to understand when we all go out dining. We went to the Robin Hood on Friday, and we're sitting there and we're on a dining table together for like 2.5, 3 hours. We just have a laugh. We're not talking about the people on YouTube or anything about YouTube. We're just talking about general things in life. We might be talking about software and stuff like that, but that's about it, or cameras. But we're not really. We don't talk about people, do we? As such.
No, not at all.
No, because we're normally talking about the food, the venue, the service.
Where to next?
Where to next? What you doing tonight?
We started talking about shirts and shorts. The next thing you know, after lunch, we're going into different tailors and shit.
Exactly. So Mitch is 100% correct. On Friday, the biggest conversation was about shirts and shorts. So the three of us went off shopping. That was it.
Yeah, we went shopping like a bunch of hens, from high school.
Yeah. You actually bought a shirt.
Yeah, I bought 2 pairs of shorts. But see, I brought shorts here, but they don't fit anymore, right? So I ended up buying some in Bangkok, Molecule brand, right?
Here's Ryan being funny. Look, bullshit. You're trying to set up a pyramid scheme for your subscribers. Fuck, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look down into my message screen, there's no payment button there. You can't make a payment. You can't make a payment on my one.
The only reason I went shopping was because I knew that Ryan would be in the next stall taking his pants off to try on his shorts.
Yeah. Well, we had a laugh. To be honest, it was lucky, really. It was because it's 2 Americans and they're with an English guy, and they're very polite. And when it comes to negotiating, I'm not polite at all. So we went into a shop, and I said to the guy, "Much for a shirt?" And he said, 1,500 baht. And I went, "You're having a laugh, mate." He said, "Well, no.
You're having a laugh, mate."
Yeah, I'll give it to you for 1,200 baht. And I went, "Fuck!"
Exactly.
I went, "No, we're going." So I stood up. He went, "No. I'll give you another discount. I'll give you a discount, 1,000 baht." But I said, "Too late."
He was persistent, wasn't he?
Yeah, too late. We went down a shop about 20 meters down the road. Got a shirt. No negotiating. 900 baht. Fucking.
Well, when I was in there, when you two went down to the one, I went into the other.
Yeah.
Chatted it up with him. And then,
yeah. So Mitch done the negotiating.
I'll get my commission on Friday, so you better be in there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Watching out for each other when the pants are down. Amen.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of us do here. A lot of us here, we're all here to help each other. I'm not saying we all get on. That's got to be a right shock because, and like me, Mitch, and Mark, we get on. But there'd be other people outside our group, and some of us like them, and some of us don't, and that's just the way it is.
It's just like normal stuff, right?
It's just like normal life because you can't
back in the day, you're 60 hours a week working, right?
Yeah. So although I've got an English common accent, as the Queen would call it, I'm quite a legitimate person. So everything I do in my life is like 100% legitimate. I don't like doing anything underhand or dodgy, and that's whether it's like visas or whether it's anything else or anything like that with friends either.
Any of that kind of stuff. I don't. I think James mentioned it in his one of his videos, or more of one of his videos, when he mentioned Paul the designer.
Yeah,
I think he mentioned how much he paid for his shirts.
Yeah, But when we went down to see Paul the designer, you wanted to charge us 2,500, yeah?
Yeah, some of what. Again, it depends on what, how much fat I need to have. I wear a bigger shirt, so the shirt's going to cost more before they even touch anything because of the amount of material.
Yeah. Yeah. Me, Mitch, Ryan, and Mac. We need like between 2.5 meters and 3
I
meters
don't
of
think
cloth.
that's fair. I want to sue somebody. $15,000 for 12 shirts. So yeah, so let's go 15,000. I should be able to do that in my head, but I can't.
Was that Paul the designer, Ryan? 15,000 for 12 shirts.
$1,250 a shirt. There you go.
Yeah, and we ended up getting the shirts for 900.
Yeah, Paul the designer. Oh yeah, you were there. Yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I bought some shirts. Where was I? Oh, Patty Night Bazaar, that shop that you sent me to.
Yeah.
They didn't have
400
my
baht.
size, so I got the next size up, and now I regret it because they're like fucking massive, man.
If you wash them and let them dry on the balcony with the sun on them, they'll shrink.
They ain't done fucking shit. I need to heat dry them in a real dryer for them to shrink because they haven't shrunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've washed them a few times.
Yeah, well, it should be good
Yeah,
fun.
Patty at Night Bazaar. Yeah, the green building there on Second Road.
Yeah. I buy my camel shirts and my camel shorts in there, and they cost me.
It's hopping in there now too. The Patty at Bazaar. It's hopping.
So I paid 400 baht for my.
There's
camel
still some
shirts.
vacant stalls, but you got a lot of options in there now.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. When it comes to the after April, so May, June, July,
what's 1,250 baht here? Let's get the old calculator out. 1,250. What's
we
the
paid
exchange rate?
we paid 900. Oh, that reminds me, Ryan. On Tuesday, if I give you the 900 baht, you can pick my shirt up for me.
Yeah, lucky. That's lucky. That guy. Not same shop where Lucas is, but then the one down on the left was another guy.
The one we got. Yeah, Nick Dean too.
Then further down on the left, there was the guy that you sent me to that had the camel shirts, camel brand shirts.
Yeah, that's it. Right down the end on the left. Yeah.
Is he? I don't think he's there. Is he anymore?
No, he's there. He's there.
He is. Okay. I should take my big shirts back and see if he can give me something for him.
Well, if you gave them to your tailor, and they'd actually retailer them for you, and charge you about 150 baht.
Oh, oh shit, that's a good idea, Tom. I think I'll do that.
Yeah, just get retailored.
Take my shit down and say, hey, shrink this shit up. Dude, good idea.
If when you go down Second Road to the lights where the Istanbul kebab is.
There you go.
So you got that crossroad there. On the left-hand side there's a little sewing place there. She'll do it for you in there.
Where at?
As you go down Second Road, past the pub, to the traffic lights, where the Istanbul kebab shop
is. On that corner there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pointed that out to me before. Yeah, kitty corner from Istanbul kebab.
Yeah, she does all embroidery there and all stuff like that. So you can have official Mr. Mitch shirts
there and have it fixed up.
Yeah, so what you could do, Mitch, is give her your shirt. Say, can you cut this in or do whatever you want, and and then you can have on the pockets. You can have Mr. Mitch is watching you.
Yeah, this is what we.
And on the back, and on the back, you could have Mr. Mitch, the Troll Slayer.
Oh, fuck, dude! I get looks. I wear my favorite shirt. Literally, is my Chocolate Man shirt. It's just perfect size and it's comfortable. And my
favorite shirt is what I got on now.
Yeah, but people see fucking YouTube and they fucking look at you, they stare. And I just want to just walk through wherever I'm walking through. And
Yeah.
when we stop wearing masks, people recognize me now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, Ken, he
it's
hasn't got your
very,
email
very
yet.
odd feeling to me.
Yeah. Well, it should be good fun on, well, there's no one in there. Everyone's going home now anyway. It's time to bed, isn't it, I suppose?
Time for bed, guys. I got to go, Tom. Thanks for having me on. Let me.
Oh, well, thanks for coming on, Mitch. I really appreciate it. Thanks for you, Ryan. Thanks for Dave. Thanks for
Oh, it's nice having
Richard.
Mark on there.
Who else come on? We had 6, didn't we? Oh, Mark as well, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's good having Mark on there. Mark, it's why it's good having Mark on because he's the same as you. He's done a professional job, Mitch, and he's got good advice, you know.
Yeah.
He don't cut corners. Yeah. Great seeing you, Jay. It'll be the same when you're here, Jay. You'll be able to give good advice because you're a professional person. You're not like some shyster, you know.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No,
he's not with us.
His good wife won't let him, or his wife to be won't let him.
Yeah, wife to be. I tell you, I'm not.
No, you're not there yet, mate. You're a long way off. Yet. You're a long way off.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for everybody coming to the chat. Yeah, please, seriously, please look at my financial video from January the 1st, 2022, with my predictions for 2022.
Right on.
It's quite. You'll be surprised how close I got compared to Jim Cramer. And Jim did, Jim was such a sport. He actually come onto the video and he actually gave his side of the argument. He's just an arsehole. He can't help himself. I think he's had too much cocaine.
Oh shit! All right, I'm out of here. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, what's that? Because you don't want to get done for defamation in America.
We don't have to. We can call people assholes in the States. It's no problem.
Oh, that's right. That's good. All right. Well, it was lovely having you on, Mitch, and you, Ryan, and see you all next week, people. Have a great week. Mitch, I'll see you on Tuesday, Mitch, and see you on Friday. For anyone else who's not in the chat, anyone who's going being Patsy a week on Saturday, please come to restaurant 1669, John TM Beach Road 2. And we'll see you there. Have a great night. Thanks very much. Good stream, man. Keep this one up.